The next level.
Burning for you.
I actually don't like the Diablo sauce. It's too kind of tastes like chemically to me. I don't know why.
I like the fire one better.
I'll give you $1 if you drink one of these packets right now.
How many?
I'll have to Venmo you the $1 because I don't actually have
Venmo $1.
No, it's $1. I mean,
Nice. Now, will you also pay me $1 if I drink one?
will you pay me $5 if I drink 5 at once?
Oh my god.
No, it only went to Peter because he was bitching about the sauce.
I wasn't bitching about it. I just said I don't like it.
How's it now? Less chemically?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, now that you got more of it.
And that
I will
had
pay you $1
incentive.
if you chug one too.
Oh,
so we're
cool.
even.
So we can even it out. Chemicals plus chemicals equals less chemicals.
Mhm.
And $1 plus
uh,
$1 equals 0 debt.
Well, I mean,
Take that,
Sure.
America.
That's how it works.
I mean,
Wow, the sauce is actually surprisingly spicy by itself. I thought it was actually pretty mild, but then
But now that you got a full mouth.
straight to the fucking dome, it's got some spice. It's got a kick
straight to the dome.
of my tongue. Look, guys, it's episode 46 of the consult.
All right, we're starting over.
All right.
Fuck it, we're doing it live.
Why do I host this? I could never say the name of our show right, ever.
All right, Peter.
It's episode 46. It's episode 46 of the Control Salt Delete podcast, a video game podcast.
You did it,
We got
Peter. Well
some
done.
special guests here today. We got
Well,
Jay Cohen.
We got a special guest here.
We got
today.
a recurring special guest, Matthew Griego.
I'm a guest.
We got a super recurring guest that also edits the podcast and does shit for us and stuff, Tony Brattoli.
Hello.
And then there's me, the piece of shit that can't pronounce the name of this podcast if it's saved as fucking live. It's Peter Park.
Are you also a guest?
No.
You're the one member of the show.
I'm just that guy that, I'm just that person that shows up to, an event uninvited.
So he's
But,
the
no one,
podcast crasher.
no one, no one really wants to say,
Can you leave?
can you just go? And they're just hoping that you distance yourself enough from that person that they just feel awkward and leave, but then they just don't get the social cues at all, and they just stay.
So wait, are you a guest or not?
So he's the crasher.
I'm the awkward crasher. I'm not even the fun crasher.
So you're not even a guest. You're just not even supposed to be
I'm just
here.
a piece of shit.
And yet you're hosting the show.
Okay. Yes.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Someone has to do the job.
Tony, we
We've
really
gotten-
messed up.
we've-
yeah,
I
I
won't
guess so.
lie.
You gotta get it together, okay, guys?
also
I've been doing you a favor for about a year now.
We're also going dark on this one.
Yeah.
Eh,
Super dark.
We've been darker.
It's true. Yeah.
I'm in an extraordinary amount of pain right now because I shaved recently, but then
You had to shave?
I shaved recently. What did it sound like I said?
No, I just questioned you needing to shave.
Shut the fuck up, okay? I grow facial hair.
For the viewers, he really doesn't.
Okay.
You heard it here.
Okay, because of the inferior aspects of my genetics, I do grow about 2 or 3 centimeters worth of facial hair before it starts curling back into my skin and becoming ingrown hairs.
How long does that take?
2 days.
2 to 3 centimeters a day?
I grow my facial hair super. I shaved yesterday. Okay, so
Uh-huh.
you could already kind of see it, right?
So did Tony.
Yeah. No. I shaved my neck on Thursday.
This isn't. It's not.
I
it's
actually
not like
shave
there's
every day
nothing.
now.
Okay, it's not like there's nothing there. Okay, look. Anyway, I put on my shaving cream on my face. I let it sit there for a bit, and then I shaved. But apparently, I didn't do it enough because, it's supposed to lubricate your hairs in such a way that you get a clean shave, smooth motion. But no, this time for whatever reason, the fucking hairs kept getting snagged.
That sounds like you have a dull
Yeah,
razor.
you should get a new razor.
No, I literally just changed the razor cartridge.
What
from
brand?
Dollar Shave.
Oh.
Ooh.
I never had a problem with them.
I
still
never had
use
a problem with them either.
They're fine.
So I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's possible that I just didn't let the shaving cream sit long
Are you
enough.
going against the grain or with the grain?
With the grain.
Did you guys get an advertiser? Is that what this is?
No, I wish.
How much is Dollar Shave Club? Is it $1?
Well, I
something a month.
I actually go for like the second package, which is like
That comes with Dr. Cobb's Easy Shave Butter.
All right.
That stuff's good.
So
actually,
not that we're
so-
sponsored, but they also have a plan where you can just choose how many months in between each shipment.
yes. I get it like every other month. So because I don't need to shave that often.
Again,
But,
Does it come wrapped in
you can
MeUndies?
sponsor us.
But I
Hey,
shaved my
I
chin.
do wear them and they're comfortable.
And I don't know what happened, but I got an ingrown hair on my chin, like a really bad one. I don't know if you can see that right there.
Mm.
But like it used to be like a much bigger bump, and then I finally was able to pull out the ingrown hair with like some tweezers, but it still is like still like got like that. You know, like every time
The
your
raw
heart beats,
feeling?
you're just
Oh,
like
Oh,
you
you
can
feel
feel it
it.
pulsating through my fucking chin, man.
That's very odd.
Fucking sucks. So yeah.
So that was how your week went.
No,
I guess.
mean, well, I don't know. I got back from Toronto. There's a party at the place I was staying, and I had the worst hangover of my life, like legitimately. I didn't even feel like I got drunk. Maybe this is just part of like me getting older. Like I did drink a good amount of alcohol, but I never got like smashed or anything. But I guess I just didn't drink enough water because I woke up at 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. with like literally the worst
Diarrhea.
excruciating pain of my asshole. No, my head. Like I had a really bad headache to the point where like I was getting like body chills, like cold chills, and I was Googling in my like hazy brainedness if I could
am I
die from
dying?
if I could die from a hangover. Exactly. So I go downstairs as quietly as I could stumble. Okay, because like I'm staying with my friend who lives with her parents. And then her parents were still asleep, obviously, because it's fucking 3 a.m. And then like I'm just chugging water and like laying on the couch and just massaging my head, falling asleep, waking back up because I'm in pain still. And then I threw up like
On the couch.
no in the toilet. Thankfully, I had the cognizance to do that. I threw up in the toilet like 4 loads, like 4 like you know. And like I just had so much. Okay, that's how I realized I need to chew my food more because a lot of like whole bits of like we ate hot pot that evening, and there were whole mushrooms, whole like slices of beef and rice and shit just coming out, and like I was like, damn, this looks like hot pot except for all the other garbage that's with it. But yeah, I fucking puked that shit up, and then rinse repeat that cycle for like fucking like 4 hours. Until like finally I woke up and I felt completely fine.
So
Perfectly
I'm going
fine.
to go ahead and say that that's when you felt drunk.
Because
Because you said you didn't really feel drunk, but I'm pretty sure throwing up for 4 hours is...
well, my stomach kind of felt weird, but like I didn't have any brain haziness or pain, surprisingly. So I guess like when I threw up all that garbage, like it made me feel exponentially better.
All right, what were you drinking?
A lot of different things. I took shots of tequila, shots of gin. I had
That's
my
probably
friend was
why.
making.
That's probably
my
what it
friend
is.
was making Moscow mules. They had this really.
And you didn't feel drunk from all that shit?
I didn't. I don't know why. I
You
would say
reached a higher state of...
I would say I had an
Something.
equivalent of like 12 shots of alcohol overall.
That's a lot of booze, dude.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Maybe it was just like sloshing around with all the hot pot liquor.
But like I was like I have like a full memory of just like everything that happened. Like I didn't black out ever. I also took a quarter of an edible, and then
Oh.
I took a couple pulls off of blunt.
that changes
Dude,
everything.
you're
No wonder.
crossfaded, right? That's what's called.
Yeah.
No, but I didn't feel the weed at all.
Well, that's because you were already drinking.
Yeah, you're
No. I've been crossfaded before. I know what that sensation feels like. I just did
Right.
not feel the weed
Yeah,
at all. But
Did
did
you
you
take
crazy.
12 shots before?
I don't feel a thing right now.
No, I seriously didn't.
Slap me. Slap me.
Maybe you literally went
Because like
numb.
no, because when I'm like high, like I fucking zone out. I'm super chill. I just lay on the couch. But I was like playing beer pong the whole time, playing drinking games.
Well,
like maybe I was crossfaded, but like I just didn't feel it the same way I normally feel it.
Well, you
Right,
were
right.
crossfaded with multiple types of alcohol.
Probably also on
And
like
that's-
a lack of sleep too.
No, not really.
No? All right.
Maybe just a.
That night specifically, the night before that party, I slept like 10 hours because we were like up to that point, just like barely sleeping
Jet
and just
lagged.
doing shit. Yeah.
Might have just been endorphins in general from just being with everybody and having a good time. That it, sometimes.
I gotta say, I didn't. Okay,
Or
I
maybe
had
you
a
didn't
fun.
have a good
I
time.
had a good time. Okay, don't get me wrong. I had a good time, but like there was an extremely large amount of people that went. It was like 18, and whenever you try to plan dinners or like meetups with 18 people, it's fucking rough.
Or pay the bill.
Yeah,
At
especially
those
when
said
like
dinners.
I think it was 18 people and 4 cars.
Can you split this check 18 ways?
So like there's a lot of like corralling people, picking people up. Like it just took forever. Lots of people were late all the time. It was very stressful in that way. It was still very fun, but like for sure I would not recommend super large meetups. Or if like for me, I would probably prefer just like hanging out with like one small handful of friends, like 5 to 6 people, you know?
That's fair.
But I mean, it was fun though. I thought it was a really good trip. I really like Toronto a lot. I feel like it is actually pretty similar to California in a lot of ways, so I didn't feel like super like out of my comfort zone being there. Tons of Asians, like,
It was a city.
yeah, urban, terrible drivers, etc. So it was just really weird that like when I think I talked about this already, but when I got my change back from McDonald's, $3.50. They gave me 3 coins. And I was like, what the fuck is this? And they're like, Peter, this is a loonie, this is a toonie, and this is just 50 cents. I was like, your money is fucking literally cartoon bullshit.
Yeah.
So you're like, it's called Looney Toonie, okay? But yeah, did I tell you about the asshole at the airport?
No.
Okay,
Which airport?
at LAX.
So
Tell me
everyone.
if I'm the asshole, because he was acting like I was the asshole, and maybe I am the asshole. But do you know, like as you're going through security check-in and you put all your stuff in trays, there's a guy in front of me, or like a couple spaces in front of me, or no, he's just in front of me, and he was taking forever to put his stuff in trays, and there was like a space that opened up in front of him, and he wasn't moving his stuff down along the line so that other people could put their stuff in too.
Yeah, you're the asshole.
So I had
not at all.
I had a shit ton of electronics. I put my trays down to the right of him. Start putting my stuff. He's like, "Yo, man, there's a line. You gotta wait." I was like, "Oh, dude, my bad. Look, I just have a lot of stuff. You could just go past me. I have a lot of stuff I need to put in trays." And then he was just like, "No, motherfucker, you have to wait. There is a fucking line."
He said motherfucker?
No, he was cussing at me. Like
Okay.
I'm not even exaggerating.
Oh, well, then he's the
Yeah,
asshole.
he's an asshole.
And then I was like, dude, chill out. You need to calm down, because literally, I'm not cutting you. You can walk past me. I am just putting my stuff in trays because I have a lot of stuff. And then he just continued to like talk shit, and like I was just like, dude, whatever, fuck you.
Okay, so was he just like holding up the line?
Yes, like there was spaces. There was a huge amount of space on the tables to his right that was freeing up, and he was not moving.
Oh, he was not moving?
Yeah.
Oh, then it's just, he was the asshole for sure.
Yeah.
So I was just like,
You actually did the right thing,
And
trying
I-
to
and
make
I-
it more efficient.
yeah, and I even told him like, hey, like, look, I'm not going in front of you. Like in front of you. You could just go right past me. I just need to put my shit in trays.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I had my Switch, my battery chargers, I had a shit ton of stuff, and like. My friend Neeks walked up to me and he was like, he could tell that there was tension between us for whatever reason. So he was just like, "Yo, what's up, Peter? How's it going, dude?" I was like, "Oh, dude, Neeks is all right. I'm just talking to this dumbass right here." So like,
Did you say that
Should have
out
called him
loud?
a cocksucker.
I called him a dumbass like within earshot, and then he gave me a dirty look, and then like he had a backpack on that had the Overwatch
but
logo on it.
Peter, now you're both assholes.
Yeah, you turned it into. That was going to be an okay story. But
Wait,
now
no,
you're an
he
asshole
cussed
too.
me out, and I called him a dumbass. I don't think that's that. Like I was pissed.
Two wrongs don't
how
make
does
a
that make
right.
me
As
an
Jesus
asshole?
would
Exactly.
say, you turn the other cheek.
Two wrongs don't make a
Am
right.
I really the asshole for calling
No,
him a dumbass?
No,
But
he
you're
was
not
also
supposed
an
to.
asshole, but you
You
were trying
almost
to
got away
instigate
with it. Yeah.
You were trying to like
Would've been
reach.
better
Especially
had you
since
not
you
said
said it
that.
in earshot.
Now, if you had
Well,
said
I don't
this
regret.
cocksucker,
I don't regret it at all. And then Neeks also,
Yeah.
we both saw that he had an Overwatch backpack with the logo on it, and Neeks, he's a grandmaster in Overwatch, and then he was just like, "Oh, don't worry about that guy. He probably couldn't climb out of bronze, so don't worry about it, bro."
damn.
Okay.
And he
So-
said that with an earshot too.
Like
so.
me.
Oh, well then, yeah, both parties.
No, I don't think
Except I'm
so.
sober.
I did not. I don't think I did anything wrong. He was cussing me out from the beginning, and I called him a dumbass. I think that's completely like I don't regret it at all.
Did
so.
you say "smell you later" in the Gary voice?
I should have. But like, I was just dealing with airport shit. I just want to get out of there. That was my the first experience with like a legitimate asshole at the airport, though.
That's just LAX in general, though.
LAX is probably
No,
one of the
I've
worst
been,
airports.
No, I've been through
It
LAX
is the
before.
worst.
It's usually the employees that are assholes, but like I've never met like another person going through the airport also being an asshole. You know, like.
I've seen it.
No, I'm not saying they
Yeah.
don't exist, but like for me, this is personally my 1st. Also, on the way back, you know the person that checks your boarding pass right before you get onto the plane.
Yeah.
She actually tagged my carry-on as that had to go
into check.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
even though I took that same carry-on with me the first time. and
Were
it
you
was fine.
boarding like after a lot of people?
Well, no, he was boarding in Canada, and everything there's just backwards. So he
Yeah.
actually had to bring on his
So she's
Previously
like,
checked
she
bag.
looked at me. She's like, no, there's no way that this is a carry-on. This is way too big to be a carry-on. Like, like she was just giving me this fucking attitude, and she tagged my bag, and I was like, she was like, okay, so just go down there, and then like before you board the plane, there will be someone to take your bag. I was like, all right, that's fine. I was like, well, it's not fine because I'm gonna be charged another $40 fucking to do this shit. But
Wait.
like,
They charged you?
No, so
They
you took
shouldn't
off
charge
the.
you.
So you took off the.
no, I didn't even take it off. Like, I just walked. I walked up. I walked through. No, I do they not charge you?
No.
No, they wouldn't charge you if you
If
brought
you
it
go
in as
through
a carry-on.
security.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I just figured they would charge me, but like,
Nope.
you know, it's still a pain in the ass, right? But yeah, I walked up, I went down the thing. There's literally no one there, so I went onto the plane. And
With it, still?
yeah, with the tag still on, because I was waiting for someone to like tell me like, hey, let me get this for you. That never happened. It was just one lady, like literally the one person that greets you as there's just that person, and I made it very clear that I had the tag on, but they did nothing. I was like, okay, go onto the plane, put my luggage over my head, and then like I have it so it's facing outward, the tag, so that like when the stewardesses or whatever close the carry out or the baggage area.
Flight attendant.
Yeah, flight attendant. Is stewardess is bad?
No.
It's just dated.
It's super dated, yeah. And
Okay.
technically derogatory now
Oh, is it? Okay, that's good to know.
Is it?
because there are male flight attendants as well.
Well, I mean, there's
You're not
Those
going to
are
call them a
stewards.
steward or.
those would be stewards, right?
Yeah, well, it's PC. Just say flight attendants, whatever.
Okay. Well,
I like to call them flight assistants.
all right.
Flight
So the
butlers.
airplane employee
butlers.
that was working on the plane at the time, like, you know, they closed all the baggage and they didn't say anything about it. So I was like, okay, cool.
How good would it have been if that Overwatch guy sat next to you on the plane?
Dude, he was actually in the same loading area for the plane on the way to Toronto. So I thought he was on my flight, but then like I never saw him on the plane. So
He just like bumps your elbow. He's like, fucker. And you're like, bump it back. You're like, dumbass.
well, like,
Just back and forth the whole flight.
dude, like, I
Oh,
don't know.
excuse
Maybe
me,
you guys,
stewardess?
maybe you guys would have been
This
able to-
dumbass wants a Coke.
Maybe you guys would have been able to keep like a cooler head, but every time I got a word in, he would just cuss at me back. So like I was just like fucking done with this dude. Like I wanted to fight him.
That's not a good way to start your day.
Yeah,
no,
sure.
not really.
Especially
especially
before
at an
boarding a
airport.
5-hour flight. I mean, 5 hours is not that long, but
Pretty short flight.
At LAX.
like yeah, just like I don't like flights in general. So
Yeah, I've always hated LAX.
Well,
It's
LAX
the worst.
it's terrible.
I mean, Matt probably has the same problem with me, where your knees always rest against the front of the front seat or the seat in front of you. So like that's
Oh,
always a
yeah.
fucking nightmare.
Burbank.
class only.
Burbank.
Burbank is way better.
Yeah, it's
Leagues better.
smaller, and the people actually
I
care
will,
about.
I will
people.
gladly pay an extra $100 to fly out of Burbank if it means I don't have to go to LAX
Well,
easily.
yeah.
Do they do international flights like that?
No, they connect to places that then do
Oh, okay.
international flights, which I'm like, whatever, I'll do a layover. It's fine. Give me a break. It's fine.
I don't like layovers though.
It sort of depends where they are.
Oh, yeah, I guess it depends. Like I had a layover in Oregon, and that was like,
That's super short. It's just like, whoop. All
oh
right.
no, not
And
this,
then-
not this time.
Oh, okay.
But there's a flight to Seattle where we had a layover in Oregon once.
Oh, to
That's
Seattle?
stupid.
Yeah. So I'm not really sure why
Seattle-
that existed.
It's like you're.
Seattle's like 2 hours away. I don't understand.
I don't know, dude.
On flight.
I mean,
not
going
in my
to
car.
East Coast, I usually go and stop in Chicago first as a layover.
You get some pizza?
Well,
you don't have enough
There's no time because
Aw.
usually what happens is you land in O'Hare, and then it's like, hey, your next flight is on the complete other side.
It's in 5 minutes.
Also, it's
Good luck.
early.
It takes you 20 minutes to go through the airport to get to the other side,
Yeah.
and the flight is usually within 20 to 30 minutes from landing.
Yeah.
All right, before this goes on too long, though, that was my week pretty much, more or less. I'm an asshole, but I don't regret it. So, yeah. Jake, how's your week?
My week was pretty good. Pretty.
Again.
I was-
Hold on. Okay.
good.
What? How good?
it was
Pretty.
It was decent.
Okay.
So well,
We've morphed it.
this wasn't last week, but I did go to E3.
Nice.
That was interesting. Man, I always wanted to go there as a kid because I'd see it on like G4 and stuff. I'm like, oh man, it looks awesome. But
G4. Oh, man.
yeah, but that was back when it was just open to media and industry folk, and
industry
now
professionals.
they have the
It's a
open,
public nightmare.
It's interesting. I mean, this okay. So I had an industry pass, so I was able to go in earlier than the public entry, the gamer pass entry.
Oh, not a professional pass?
Huh?
No, he was
Yeah,
able to go
yeah.
in before
I had-
the gamer pass.
Yeah, I had an industry pass.
Okay, so
So I was allowed to go in like 4 hours before the gamer pass, which is
yeah.
like
So
just
you were
public.
in the professional
right, yeah.
sector.
Right. So like I entered and everyone's wearing like, business casual shit and like dressed nice, which is cool. But like even just that, like the lines were like, whoa. Like I had met some friends there and they had been in line to play the new Assassin's Creed. They ended up waiting like a little bit over 2 hours to play that game. And the line didn't look that long. I was like, what?
I'm assuming it's because like people play for like 20 to 30 minutes or something, and they have a limited amount of kiosks. I'm guessing.
I heard there wasn't really a whole lot to play there.
There wasn't. So there's a lot of stuff on display, and then everything that was playable had a long ass line. Like all of it looked way longer than the Assassin's Creed line. So, and the only thing that didn't was the Jurassic World game.
Oh, the one that came out recently.
Evolution.
Jurassic World Evolution. They had like released it that day, and also had like a thing, and there was like no line.
It looks fun, actually.
Okay, so I tried it. Maybe the actual game is fun, but so we sat in this theater, and this chick did a presentation. She was talking to us as if we were actually there, and then she like laid out 3 scenarios, like 3 choices we can make when we were playing of what we could do in the park. One was like release a dinosaur on purpose and activate the emergency protocol, which I was like, why would I do that? I'm trying to run a successful Jurassic Park. Basically, it's like Zoo Tycoon, right?
Mm-hmm.
But with dinosaurs. And then I don't remember the second one because I kind of started zoning off a little bit. And then the third option was have a couple dinosaurs like fight each other as like a thing
Spectator.
as a spectacle for people to come watch. So they let us into the room, and there's like, I had to play the one on the PS4 because all the PC ones were taken. But there's no like objective listed on the screen. No one was talking like in the game. No one was talking to you, telling you anything to do. It was just like you're in the game, and you just have this park set up. And I'm like, what? Like what are the controls? I spent like, it was like probably like a 10-15 minute demo. I spent at least a third of it just trying to figure out what the controls were. And then I just was like going through all the buildings trying to figure out what all the buildings were. And then I'm like, okay, I guess I'll do one of these things. And the only one I remembered at that point was like have a couple dinosaurs fight each other. So I found like the one area where I could summon a T-Rex. And I brought the T-Rex out, and there was like a little cutscene.
Sure, this wasn't a gotcha game.
No one came up in the park to look at the dinosaur. There was nobody around. I'm like, what the fuck is this? So then I bring out a Triceratops, and the dinosaurs just immediately start mauling each other, and the fight is over in like 3 seconds. No one's standing around to look at it, and now the game's telling me like, hey, you might want to clean up that dead dinosaur. Also, your T-Rex is breaking out of the thing. Hey, the T-Rex broke out. You might want to fix that fence. Also, you might want to sedate that T-Rex so it doesn't kill people. So I like sent off a dude to fix the fence, and like you could take control of the car and then get out of the car and like fix the fence. But I was like, yeah, okay. I'm just gonna have him do it. And then I sent a helicopter to pick up the dead dinosaur, and then I sent another one to go shoot the like tranquilize the T-Rex. So I took control of that one, and it's like the most basic flight controls, and then like shooting the trank dart had like some serious bullet drop. So I just probably shot like 6 or 7 darts till I finally hit this thing. Unlimited ammo, I guess. And the dinosaur also wasn't moving, so it wasn't really a challenge. And
Except
then
for the drop.
yeah, and then I was like, okay, and then the demo just ended. And then I looked down at the screen, and I saw it was made by Frontier, and that's the company that makes Elite Dangerous.
Oh,
Lovely.
Yeah. I was like,
I don't know that
oh,
game.
man.
oh, it's like that space sim style kind of game.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, that was a super disappointment.
Do you think it would have been better on PC?
Maybe. Playing with the PS4 controller was odd.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to imagine how I would play.
Scrolling through the map and
I'm
stuff.
I'm trying to imagine how I would play like a roller coaster tycoon with a controller.
Yeah.
That doesn't
Yeah.
seem
It's kind of doo-doo.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But whatever, that was very odd. So that was the only thing I actually played.
I feel like a more effective demo would have been just them giving you like a shit ton of money and then just like,
Yeah.
hey, like build a
Like
party
build
for a
some
while.
stuff real
Yeah.
quick, right? Yeah. So then we walked around for a little bit more, and like the second we decided to go to the other area where Nintendo was, and like that's when the Gamer Pass boys were let in, and this place instantly got like infinity times stinkier. So smelly. People were like sprinting, like the Naruto sprint with their arms back, and like yelling like, I'm here, I'm fucking here, like filming themselves with their phones. It was wild. I was like, what the hell is going on?
Those are called influencers.
No, those were gamer pass people.
Influencers.
Yeah, maybe. That was wild.
What are they influencing?
I think most of the
Bad hygiene?
influencers probably got industry passes, to be honest.
Oh, you think so? Like,
Yeah.
I guess no, okay.
Like the big Fortnite
aspiring
thing?
influencers.
Okay, maybe.
There we
There
go.
you go. Yeah.
I don't know. These guys weren't aspiring to do
yes.
much in terms of their appearance or anything.
They're-
That was
I think I'd rather go to
They're
PAX.
perspiring.
yeah. So by the
Get
time
it?
I got over the Nintendo thing, all of the lines for everything were so full that they were closed for the rest of the day, and this was like noon,
Holy shit.
and it was open till like 7 or 8 or something like that. So, needless
Someone
to say,
really wanted to play Ridley.
Well, let's go to PAX instead.
I mean,
it might
that's
not
gonna
be any
crowded,
better.
too.
I mean, PAX isn't really meant to showcase brand new games, really, isn't it? Is it?
Yeah,
Really?
but it's like all indie stuff, right?
Yeah, it's like
So
indie stuff, I guess.
Yeah, and then there's just a lot of stuff that you
You
get.
can go meet Phil Fish and make fun of whatever
It's like,
game he's working
I
on.
don't know,
now.
man. I could hardly afford like plane tickets
Goodie
and
bags.
like the ticket to get into a PAX, and
Yeah.
then fucking. Then you go and buy shit, you know?
Oh, yeah. We
Yeah,
have to
so-
plan it out.
E3 was kind of a disappointment, to be honest.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I'd
was
go
like-
if we got paid to do it.
Yeah, I gotta say that like
I mean,
conventions
if we were
are
sponsored, perhaps by
geeky
Dollar Shave Club?
conventions smell. They smell bad.
Yeah.
I went to a Dota 2 tournament,
Oof.
the International 3,
Uh-huh.
which is
BlizzCon
in
was
Benaroya Hall.
Mhm.
And holy shit, some of the worst smelling smells I've ever smelled was in the hallway leading up to the gift shop.
Yeah.
Because the gift shop had this ridiculously long line, which
Of
led
course.
into a hallway, right? Which, was not well ventilated. So it literally just smelled like rotting garbage. And it actually, I asked my girlfriend at the time to just like hide in the bathroom because it actually smelled better in the fucking bathroom because they had bathrooms in the hallway leading up to so she actually like went in and she's like, well, there's like barely any girls here. So yeah, it actually smelled great in the bathroom. And I was like, that's fantastic.
Yeah. That's wow.
It's bad.
So yeah, that was my E3 experience. I ended up leaving. I left at like 1 o'clock. So I was at E3.
Should have one day pass.
No, I could go all 3 days if I wanted,
but
but
you just-
I had no desire to stick around, and I had no desire to come back.
I mean, I hear that the line issue does kind of
Die on the third day.
yeah, but
Yeah.
even then, I'm sure you'd still have to wait like a couple hours.
Honestly, there wasn't that much that I really wanted to even play there. Like,
Yeah, like I said,
I can wait for Smash to come out to play it. I
Agreed.
didn't want to play the Pokemon game. The Fortnite area, like I could have played. There was like no line, but I could just do that at home. So like, why would I?
Wait,
do
are
that?
you telling me you didn't want to play Fortnite at E3?
Yeah.
Are you mad?
Although they rebuilt the battle bus, like they built a battle bus in real life there. That was kind of cool.
That's kind of cool.
I can send you the pictures.
That's
if
pretty
you want.
cool. Were you in the battle bus?
No, you couldn't get in it.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What the fuck is the
I
point?
mean, there was that person that started playing PUBG on one of the Fortnite computers,
Really?
and they got kicked out real quick.
Oh man.
It was really
Like
funny.
that's a better game.
No,
Anyways,
of course.
H1Z1
I mean,
instead.
yeah. The only I was disappointed that Ubisoft didn't announce anything about Splinter Cell.
Yeah.
They hired that dude who played Sam Fisher to do the voice for that Ghost Recon Wildlands
DLC, yeah.
DLC thing. So I thought like, oh, for sure they're getting a Splinter Cell thing coming out. It was a bummer.
oh.
My assumption, because the Walmart Canada leak also said that there was going to be a new Splinter Cell game, and my assumption is that just that the game wasn't ready to be shown at E3.
Maybe.
So
yeah,
I think-
because a lot of those games were ready to be shown.
Uh-huh.
I mean, a lot of those games ended up existing, so I think there is a Splinter Cell game
Gotcha.
in the works.
Yeah.
And
I mean, they showed Beyond Good and Evil like a cutscene, like as if that game's coming out anytime soon.
that's true. But at the same time, with Beyond Good, like people know of its existence, like for sure.
Yeah, and that one game that looked like No Man's Sky too.
Oh, Atlas or something?
No, that was the one with
No.
the controller add-ons that you
Oh,
like
right.
actually
What
build.
was-
Starflight?
Yeah, the one with Star Fox in it.
No. Star.
Atlas?
No,
I want to say Atlas is in the name somewhere.
Atlas is the after the colon.
it's the one they're putting Star Fox into.
God freaking! Why have I forgotten?
Whatever.
Starlink.
Starlink. Yeah, that game
There we go.
was
Okay, that one. Go on.
terrible. Anyways, so that was my E3 experience.
Lovely.
Yeah. So this week
Battle for Atlas. That's what's called Starlink.
This week I actually had the remainder of my interview process at Riot Games.
Whoa! What the hell? It won't close. And dude, what the hell?
Did you?
I was literally looking up Starlink, and I guess I might have clicked on a video link, which immediately opened into an ad.
That happens when you clink on the link.
Yeah.
Clinked. Clink a link.
Clink that link.
Fuck. Sorry. God damn.
all
That scared the shit out of me.
Carry on,
Anyways,
Riot
so
Games.
yeah, a couple weeks ago, whenever I was on last, I mentioned that was forced to play some League of Legends. That's because I was in the middle of an interview process with Riot Games, and that's the company that makes League of Legends. So
It is.
I played it just to get a feel for the game. Still don't like that game, and I made that abundantly clear in the interview process.
At every possible chance.
pretty
it seemed.
brave.
It wasn't any possible chance, but I don't know. I didn't really wasn't exactly trying to get a job there. I just wanted to go to see what the place was like and see what the culture was like, see what a successful video game company looks like, because I might want to run one of those one day.
I mean, yeah.
Be nice.
Yeah, pretty dope campus. Gotta say, they had like coffee shop that had like nitro cold brew on tap and like kombucha on tap and like any coffee thing you want was all free. They're
Yeah,
just
like a
here you go.
California big tech company.
There's any tech company, yeah. I mean,
Pretty much.
You expect those
startups.
kombuchas and nitro brews on tap.
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, they had a lot of really nice things to keep you
Like a lot of nice
happy.
amenities, yeah.
Yeah.
Also happens when you're owned by Tencent.
Yeah, like one of my friends who works for Riot says that they have all that shit because they expect you to be working there a lot, you know?
Well,
So,
yeah,
like,
yeah. I mean, everyone kept making it clear, like, if you're not showing up to work like 100% ready to be a bar racer, then you don't belong here. Which I was like,
bar
man, it sounds like
racer?
you're fucking throwing your youth away, man. Trying,
A bar racer.
bar
a
raiser.
bar raiser.
Oh, razor.
Yeah.
No,
I
bar
heard-
eraser.
I heard bar racer, and I'm like, what the fuck does that even mean?
I mean, they seem to really pride themselves on how much work they do, and that's cool. Good for them. Definitely not my style though. I'm trying to be comfy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Comfy.
Besides, I don't want to play games at work.
I
You know what I mean?
I don't know. I kind of want to play games at work.
I don't want to play games at work. It doesn't feel right. And I'd rather go home and play games with my friends and not like hang out at work and be forced to play a game.
It's all
I
about
don't
that
like.
mental space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. League of Legends is, I don't like it.
Yeah, it's
It just doesn't click with me. That's all right. So yeah, it was fun. And then the only other thing, it actually happened today. There's this one of those weed dispensaries nearby my place, and they were having like some sort of patient appreciation day. So I hopped in there, and they were having sales on a bunch of stuff. So I bought this, like, I wanted to get this chocolate bar that they had, which is normally like $30 plus the tax, which is like 20%, so like $36 after tax. And they're like, oh yeah, we marked this one down to 20, so after tax is like 24. And I found out today that you can haggle at these places. I was like, oh, all I have is a 20. It's cash only, right? They're like, yeah. I'm like, all right, well, all I have is a 20. So if you can bring that down to 20 after tax, I'll buy it. And they're like, oh, let me go ask my manager. And it worked out. They brought it down to like $19 and something cents after tax. So
Hell yeah.
I was able to bargain my way out of paying taxes. Sorry.
nice.
No, I mean, you still paid the tax.
I did, but
On a discounted.
on a discounted
Mhm.
chocolate bar.
Very nice.
So I'm looking forward to that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Are weed products additionally taxed?
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, so there's like
Because there's no federal.
there's state tax and then there's the
The weed tax,
California
Weed
weed
tax?
tax, whatever that
Yeah,
is.
because they can't have a bank account
Right.
at these places.
But of course,
That's why
you know
it's cash only.
that's why they do cash only.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's why they do cash only because
Merlin.
just for the viewers, Merlin is the cat that just jumped under the table and knocked over Tony's water bottle.
Also pointed his ass at me for at least 15 seconds.
That's a
before
sign
doing
of
it.
trust.
Check out
Means
this
he likes
cigar
you.
burn, bro.
Yeah, he likes you.
Can you show his trust?
That's a a nickname for the butthole.
I did not
It,
know
it
that.
looks like one.
Yeah, because that's what it looks like.
Oh, that makes sense.
Good
Yeah.
to know.
You know, like
Yeah.
Good to know.
on
Yeah.
paper or something.
All right. Let's,
So yeah, that was my week. My week was pretty cool. It's the
that
weekend.
does sound pretty cool.
Weekend's here. I'm fucking pumped.
Any
Let's
big
get
plans for the weekend?
This what we're doing right now.
Cool.
Beautiful.
Perfect.
Plan number
All right,
one.
And then you're gonna get high.
I already got. Probably not today, but already got the grocery shopping out of the way.
Oh shit!
Yeah, man, I'm ready. I'm set.
Actually, low-key love grocery shopping.
And then games, dude. I got a lot of games I need to play this weekend.
Same.
And I'll get into maybe some of them
The summer sale, man.
later.
Yeah, sounds good.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. All right, Matt. Did you have a week, and how was it?
I don't know if I could say I had a week. No, I had a week.
What did you have?
He kept me at the edge of my seat.
The suspense is killer.
Your beard does look fuller.
He was in a coma.
Yeah, I haven't shaved in
Like a month, maybe 2 months.
Yeah, a month and a half.
Does it
almost?
ever get
2
uncomfortable?
months? Well, I've had to start putting stuff in it.
Yeah, like beard oil. I would suggest beard oil.
Like conditioner.
Not beard oil, but like conditioner, especially because like I get dry skin even on my head.
Mm-hmm.
So like it's starting to get dry on my chin as well.
Yeah.
And so I've had to start putting conditioner on my chin.
Yeah, it gets dry on my chin too, but I don't even need facial hair for that bullshit.
I mean,
I'm not bitter. Do I sound bitter? I'm not bitter at all.
No, we were just making fun of you for not having facial hair, and then
It's okay. I don't have a lot of facial hair either.
I'm gonna start my own podcast with other people that also
I mean
are afflicted with
comparatively
less facial hair.
So like, not that many people.
What? Asians?
Yeah. What?
What? What are you saying, Matt? I don't get what you're implying.
What would you call this podcast?
The Ctrl
Just
Salt
Out of
Delete
the
The
podcast.
soy boy? No. Oh my God.
Soy boy.
I actually just learned about that derogatory term recently.
Yeah.
Soy boy?
Yeah.
Soy boy and
Basically,
I
like
just think
really,
that's-
really feminine dudes.
I just think that's a funny nickname. I didn't know it was derogatory.
Yeah.
Well then, anyways,
anything like that. Yeah.
Sorry.
Carry on.
so didn't do a whole lot this week, but what I did do was big. So I've talked to you two about it. I don't think you know about this, but I've been looking. Me and my girlfriend are going to move in together,
Mm-hmm.
and so we've been looking for a place to move in together.
Mm-hmm.
Not this place.
Right.
So we actually found a place, put in an offer, and we got it.
Nice.
Nice.
Sweet
And
action.
I've been doing paperwork all this week
Yeah, I bet.
during work, which is very stressful.
Yeah. And when do you have to get like the inspectors in and stuff?
Next week.
Man, I moved into a place and that was a ton of work. I can't imagine trying to buy a place and sell a place at the same time.
Oh, well, it's a bit of a different situation for me, but I don't want to go into all the details.
Gotcha.
No, lay it all out.
Oh, you're
From
gonna
A
rent
to
it
Z.
out? You're gonna rent this bitch out?
Not
Oh,
exactly.
okay,
Not exactly.
Nice.
It's gonna
Sort
be
of.
It's gonna be
Sell
a
it to your
church.
parents or give it to your parents. Whatever. Just okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Anyway,
Congratulations.
So we found a place. Just put down like the deposit and everything today. Been doing a butt ton of paperwork, and there's going to be a lot more to come.
That's
But yeah.
an unfortunate side effect of
Where-
purchasing a home.
Is it closer to your work?
No.
Oh.
It's actually a bit farther.
Oh.
But
Perfect.
But it's fine because I'm negotiating working from home more often.
Wow. Very cool.
Yeah. So I'm probably going to the office once or twice a week
That's
instead
pretty
of,
sweet.
4 or 5 times a week.
Yeah.
That's a pretty big difference, I would say.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And like we try
Just
to find a
keep
place
whittling
close.
that away until you're full time working from home.
Quite honestly, I can be. It's just
They like to see
every
your
now
face.
and then. Well, not even that. Just every now and then,
Meetings.
there's something you need to like go physically to be there to do.
Right.
So I go in for those things, but other than that, I'm kind of just like, I'm just gonna not come into the office today.
Here's the software I wrote burned onto a CDR like you asked, sir.
Yeah, GitHub doesn't exist in this company. We use floppy disks.
Oh man.
Do you know how long it takes to write to a floppy disk from a Mac from now?
Not to mention how many floppy disks you need to put.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
the sheer
like-
volume of floppy disks.
I
I've
think
arranged these floppy disks in a RAID
Aren't they
RAID
like
5
40
configuration.
megabytes or 25 megabytes each?
not even megabytes, man.
Yeah, they are.
I don't know
Maybe
what the
some of
biggest floppy
newer
one
ones.
is. Yeah, I don't know.
Some of the newer floppy disk models.
No, seriously,
Because that floppy disk technology is like blindingly fast in terms of
I think
progress.
they've made it to megabytes before they were.
I think they made it to like 256 kilobytes, typically standard.
1.4 megabyte was like the most common
There you go. 1.4 megabytes.
Okay.
I knew there was megabytes though.
So okay, one.
Yeah.
Macintosh
It's not even
computers.
megabytes.
How
use-
large is a song?
400 kilobyte.
A typical song is usually
Like
about
a-
4 megabytes.
So
wanna
if
say.
I were to partition a song into 4 separate smaller parts, I could
Yeah.
have
one full song.
One full song
Yeah.
on 4 floppy disks.
So for reference,
Yeah.
our application that we have on the App Store is compiled 12 megabytes. So, and uncompiled, it's like 40. So that would take a long time
Yep.
every time I wanted to do anything.
That's why you get zip drives instead.
Yeah, sure.
Those were a lifesaver.
But anyways, yes, house stuff.
Dude, congratulations, man.
Me and Kelsey celebrated by doing a puzzle room yesterday
Nice.
or Wednesday.
In
That's
the new
day.
house, right?
No.
Oh.
You actually created one.
How cool. That's what you should do with this place. You should turn it into a maze room house.
No.
I wanted to do that with my guest room at my place. I wanted
Just
to
turn
set
it
up.
into a maze room?
Yeah, I wanted to make a maze room and have like little maze room parties.
That would be interesting.
would
Just
be
like a
interesting,
20-minute.
Like, Matt, if you ever become like a multi-billionaire or something, you should just rent out mansions and just turn them into maze mansions. How cool would that be?
That might be lucrative, actually.
That shit would be dope.
I don't know if that would
Property
be lucrative.
taxes would be.
Yeah, I don't think it would be lucrative, but like,
Oh yeah, you just
when you
have
become
like,
a multi-billionaire, I mean, why not, right?
you just have like celebrities come and do it. You know, Justin Bieber and Kanye come and they pay way too much money to do it.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yep. $10,000 buy-in for this.
Not a whole lot
Probably
else.
a lot more than 10,000, but yeah.
Not a whole lot else for my week. Just a big thing. So
Oh yeah, you did a big thing.
It is.
I did do a
that is
big thing.
Yeah, you did.
Dada, I did a big thing.
I can't believe you bought 2 houses though, and yeah.
In my lifetime, so
Yeah,
far,
already.
2 houses. Well, I mean, to be fair, the only reason I can afford this one. Okay, I can afford it on my own if I wanted to, but because my girlfriend's also doing fairly well for herself, we can afford a pretty nice place. So.
Right.
All right, let's stop talking about life achievements, especially in comparison to one another. or else
Don't
this-
compare. That's
This
not.
loaded revolver
It's not
and glass,
comparing, I'm
loaded
just-
revolver and glass of whiskey is going to inch ever so closely to my hand.
This is
Anyway.
more of a more of a good sentiment.
So, Tony, how was your week?
I don't really remember what happened.
He was also in a coma.
Yeah, I was also in a coma.
He died in the war.
So I finished my first semester back at school.
Woo!
That happened. Yay.
You
Nice.
took 2 courses?
Yeah.
Nice.
I only have the time for 2.
How'd you
There's
do?
no way. I
How'd
don't know.
you do, Tony? Ah, come on.
When
Great.
do you typically find out?
Usually a week or 2. No, maybe 2 or 3 weeks after the last week they post grades.
That's really slow.
You think it's gonna be straight?
Isn't it because
A's?
it's like they grade music, so it's not so like you know, it's
Well,
not
so these are
so streamlined.
these are
I guess?
full projects, like
Yeah, that's
full
what-
production projects that they have, like 10 students or something.
Yeah, that's
So,
why I mean,
yeah,
like
yeah.
that's probably grading it wouldn't be as straightforward as like grading like an exam or an essay or something.
Right.
Right. And plus, my pro
Or
tools
maybe,
teacher was
or
always
maybe,
a week behind.
or maybe they just like fucking drink for like a week straight and they're like, oh shit, I need to fuck. Oh fuck. All right,
No,
give it to
no.
the interns.
I need to fuck.
No, these guys
Aw,
are
fuck.
they're pretty good. I
Okay.
mean, they teach at Berkeley for a reason.
How is Berkeley spelled again? Is it 2 E's at the end?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Because it is a combination of, well, it's Lee Burke is the actual person's name.
It's like Stan Lee.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait,
That's how you spell it.
Wait, I didn't know that. So Stan Lee's first name is Lee?
No, but it's spelled the same way.
Oh.
Stan?
Oh, that's what you meant, but okay.
The Stan is pronounced Burke. Continue.
Got
Yeah,
it.
Lee Burke, I believe, is the son of the person who created the school. So he named it Berkeley
Mm.
in his honor. Anyway,
Burke, comma Lee. Got it.
They're like, that's not going to be confusing. I know there's Cal State Berkeley, but
everyone always asks that, like, "Oh, you go to Berkeley?" I'm like, not Cal Berkeley.
go Bears.
So this was 2 weeks ago, but
Those bears.
saw Incredibles 2 at the El Capitan.
Oh,
Dude,
nice.
How
How was it?
It was fucking good.
It was
Without
such a good movie.
spoilers. It was good?
Yes.
All right.
Nice.
And
I
seeing it
actually
at the
saw
El
this.
Capitan is totally worth it. I would
Nice.
always actually.
Did you see both the first and the second back to back?
No.
My brother did that at the El Capitan as well.
They
Oh,
only have the
nice.
second one.
Oh, cool.
Well,
Still
probably
cool.
opening night they probably did that, right? Like
I have no idea.
Probably.
a,
Sure.
a mini marathon.
This
of
was the
2
day
movies.
after opening day.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha. Nice.
So
I might actually see that this weekend. Now that you've reminded
It is
me that's
very
out
good.
of theaters.
It's quite fucking good.
You saw it too?
Yes, I saw it in Toronto. I completely neglected to
Oh, nice.
mention that.
It's so
Well,
good.
good to know. I'm glad that it didn't mess it up. After, how many years has it been since the first one again?
12 or 13.
Yeah, it's been a long
Jeez.
time.
Yep.
And they got all the same voice actors and actresses, right?
I don't know how they got. Does Dash have the same voice actor?
It sure sounds like
Is
it.
it a woman that
It might be
voices
a
Dash?
woman.
Okay.
What about Frozen?
Frozone?
Yeah, Samuel Jackson.
Frozone.
Yeah,
Frozone's
still
still
Samuel
him.
Jackson.
Nice.
He actually introduced the movie.
Yep.
Oh,
Him,
cool.
Brad, or the person who.
Samuel L. Jackson introduced the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or they had
not
like a
in
short
person.
little like.
Oh.
Oh, I thought you meant like there was a Q&A.
I just
or
wanted him to
something.
come up on stage. You want to see this motherfucking movie?
Well, so typically at the El Capitan, the opening day, they will have
The
somebody
stars.
from the movie. Like, I saw Big Hero 6 there.
yeah, I remember. We
yeah,
were there.
Yeah, and they had
And Samuel Jackson was there.
No, the voice of Baymax.
I
I
fucking
can't remember
wish.
the guy
What was
in
the voice of Baymax?
30
Never-
Rock.
Never saw it.
He's in 30 Rock. He's one of the writers that has the low self-esteem with kind of long, balding, kind
So
of long.
all of
Oh, the guy who played Phil
Oh.
or Pete. The guy who played
might
Pete.
be Pete.
I think,
Uh,
I think it is Pete.
Pete Hornberger. Yeah,
I think
forget
I
the guy's
remember
name.
because it's like, why the fuck is that guy's name Pete? Because he was the most like sad-looking man. And I was like,
Yeah.
God damn it! I shared
Yeah,
a name with him.
he's Baymax.
Okay.
Anyway,
Nice.
Incredibles 2, awesome movie. I recommend it. I think it's better than the first one.
Scott
Really?
Adsit.
Wow.
I need to rewatch the first one, but I did find the second one to be very good.
Okay.
This might be better.
Good to know.
It's very
probably
cool.
gonna see
I
it this
like the
weekend, then.
concept of it. Yep, that's it. That's
I think
Baymax.
I guess the only thing about it for me was that actually no, that will probably go into story spoilers.
Yeah, don't
No,
spoil
yeah,
it.
I'm not gonna say anything.
No
Yeah,
no spoilers.
I can't believe they have superheroes in it. What? Unbelievable.
Oh my god.
Aren't they just called supers?
They are called supers.
But they do say heroes.
Oh.
incredible.
Anyways, Tony, moving on. Thank
Sorry,
you.
go
Thank
ahead.
you,
I also
Peter.
practice a lot of piano and electric bass.
Nice.
Did you get your Clarinova fixed?
Clavinova?
Clavinova? Yeah, that
I
one.
did not.
Clarinova sounds like some kind of
It is.
allergy medication.
It
Is-
sounds like a combination of a clarinet and Clavinova.
Yamaha Clavinova. It is circa 2004, so it's kind of old
Yes.
at this point.
Clavinovas are super cool though, but yeah, continue.
The new ones are, oh god, I want one so bad, but I don't have $30,000.
You don't?
No.
So can you now play Continuum on the bass and the piano at the same time?
Oh fuck yeah, I love that song.
I can barely play Continuum on the bass. Do you know what I don't think you know what we're talking about.
Oh, probably not. I was thinking the John Mayer song.
Nope. Jocko. Pastorius.
Doesn't ring a bell, but that's probably because I'm uncultured.
Anywho,
It's from the 70s.
Jazz
or
thing.
80s.
what piano are you playing?
The Clavinova.
Oh, doesn't it have broken keys and stuff?
The keyboard just needs to be replaced. It
Hmm.
works.
Oh, didn't you say you can't replace it though because that model's out of print?
They said they can.
I couldn't think of the
Out of 3D print.
out of
No, it's
Those elephants don't exist anymore.
oh, fuck.
Yamaha doesn't do the free replacement anymore. They stopped that in 2013.
How much does it
Aw.
cost?
They quoted me $600
Per key.
for the replacement. That's before labor.
per key.
Damn.
It's 600 plus labor.
I know it's not per
How do you
key,
gauge
but
labor?
still.
How much is labor typically?
Usually an hourly rate that's ridiculous. So I'm
But
going to guess
they could-
around
they-
$1,000.
That's gonna be about
Yeah.
$1,000 to replace it.
I see.
So I've been holding off because
Hmm.
it may not be
Does
worth
it
it
have
at all.
software updates that they can do as well?
Looks like we know what Peter's
no.
getting you for your wedding present.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out $1,000 from my asshole.
What, a new Clavinova for 30,000?
I mean, if I could donate a kidney and then like not worry about friends' expenses for a while, I wouldn't.
Okay.
Especially after your time in Toronto.
Yeah, I really can't drink that much anymore. I shouldn't.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah,
so I did that. I also wrote a video game review for the first time ever.
dude, I read it.
I
It was
read
good.
as well.
It's up on our
There was
website.
imagery summoned into my brain.
I actually have a question about it.
Sure.
If you want to talk about it, it was the review for Mario Tennis.
Yes.
Mario Tennis Aces.
You said it felt like a fighting game. Like, what do you mean
Yes.
by that?
Similar elements, like you know how you have the 1v1 fight where you have to be kind of tactical, like this person's gonna throw out I don't know a shoryuken, so I better either parry or block it here, and then after I parry or block, then I have these options. It's similar to that where there are 6 different shots in the game. 4 being mapped to each controller button. Those are the standard shots,
Right.
which are explained in the review. But each of those shots, depending on the character you play, has a particular trajectory to it. You can also change the direction using the stick. Mario's is very direct. Like his slice barely goes anywhere, no matter which direction you go. I mean, all of his stuff is very
Right.
just head on straight. But
Is he like the Dan of Mario Tennis?
yeah, Mario is like the balanced character where everything is kind of average,
Right.
Mhm.
you know?
Jack of all trades.
Yeah, Boo. Every every hit that he does slices, and his slice is extra slice.
Mm.
I mean, it like
So, like-
curves all the way to the other side of the court,
Kind of want a pizza now. Sorry, continue.
like stuff like that. That's what I
Gotcha.
mean by like a fighting game.
I see.
where-
I see.
There's also for the first time, I believe, in Mario Tennis, like a gauge
Like a
that you have to
meter,
keep
yeah.
track of.
Mm.
Yes.
So
There's
like
a power
power meter and stuff, which is
Ah.
very fighter-esque.
Yeah, and you release it, and it does a special move. Like
You can do an EX
Right.
shot
Yeah, it's
or
like an
a
EX.
super shot.
there is
Mm.
EX.
There's
I
like
know.
different
Oh,
usages
wow.
of the meter as well, right? Like you could speed up your
the
movement.
EX is like you slow down time basically, so you can get to the ball.
Well,
and
I was talking more about the aim shot.
the zone shot. Yeah, that's
That's
So
like
the-
an EX shot to me.
yeah. Okay, that'll be the EX shot. The other one is like a slow mo thing, which
Yeah.
burns your meter. Yeah,
Gotcha.
very very fighting game esque.
cool. All right.
And if you want to read it, it's on our website, csdcast.com.
Cool.
I gave it a 7.5 out of 10.
Oh, really? Wow.
That seems about what most people seem to think it's at.
Seems fair, especially considering the price.
Yeah, it's $60.
I feel like if it was $20, you'd probably rate it higher.
And like I said,
Well-
the adventure mode you can beat in a weekend or maybe like a day.
6 hours? That's a long day.
Yeah, at a weekend. We'll leave it at that.
Right. Gotcha.
So yeah, that's the week.
All right.
Nice.
Nice.
Sweet.
All right. Let's. Do you guys need to take a break?
I'm okay.
You good to go?
Good to go.
You good to go,
Sure.
Tony?
Let's-
Okay, because there's like some hesitation in your eyes.
Yeah, I was debating standing maybe for
Okay. All right. Well, we'll just go straight into game news. You can stand while I'm talking about the news if you want. But yeah, basically,
just move that up. It'll be fine.
the very, very first story of the segment is that PUBG is actually going to be dropping, or PUBG Corporation is dropping their lawsuit on Epic Games.
Big surprise.
So they didn't even go to court yet, and they dropped it. It's not like a ton of details out about that yet, but I mean they are both kind of owned by Tencent, from my understanding. Like PUBG is like I think Tencent has a larger stake in Epic than in PUBG Corp, but
that's interesting.
I'm wondering if that has anything to do.
They probably had a person voting on it in like the shareholders or whatever, but I don't know. They my hope is that they saw the backlash of them suing and kind of just backed off because of that.
Yeah, I mean PUBG Corp or PUBG now has a battle pass. I don't know if that's what they call it.
Oh yeah, no, it's
So it's just like-
clearly a ripoff of
Like,
it.
I guess in my mind, it's like, okay, we want to sue these guys, but also a lot of the changes we want to add to the game
Are
could be
based on their
be
game.
seen as like copies of mechanics that exist in their game. So would it be smart to expend resources and money?
Well, they did it first.
And even then, I don't even think it's necessarily true. So
Yeah, and like
Right.
the other thing too, PUBG, I still find it weird that they would add that because you already paid for the game.
They call it an event.
You know,
pass.
40 bucks, right?
It's
and
also
then how
shorter.
much is the pass?
$10 and it's like 28 days
10
long.
bucks.
Yeah.
And like if you're paying that every 28
And
days or whatever.
apparently it's like super buggy. Like half the time you do
Oh, yeah.
the stuff, it doesn't actually
register.
register. Dude, one of these event of like things was like almost. I'd be surprised if you could do it once. You had to do it 3 times. You had to finish a game on Miramar with the following conditions met. It had to be you had to survive at least 20 minutes. You had to take 0 storm damage. You had to take 100 or less damage in total for the whole round. You're not allowed to use any first aid kits. You have to get at least, I think it was 2 or 3 care packages. I think it was 2 care packages.
What kind of
And you
conditions
have to deal at least 300 damage to other players, and you have to be in the top 10, and you have to survive for 20 minutes. I don't
Dude,
know if I said
imagine
that.
fucking doing that and it doesn't register.
Yeah, and you had to do that 3 times.
That's insane.
3
What
times?
the hell?
I think Fortnite is like you have to kill someone with a trap 3 times. Like
Once.
Okay, once.
The one this week was use a shopping cart. You literally just grabbed it and let go, and it counted. But yeah, so
Wow.
I don't know. And then what do you get? You just get more shitty skins that look like they just stole them from an asset store.
Yeah, especially from PUBG. For PUBG, where like I really could not give less of a shit about cosmetics. Like there's really, I feel like there's something about that game where they need to add some different sort of progression, or I will care.
Or make the cosmetics look good.
I don't know,
it
because
all
even
looks
then,
like
I just don't
shit.
even care. Like,
Yeah.
but like, okay, maybe the weapon skins need to be better.
It's all
Even
trash.
that,
I don't know.
I don't know. Like, I feel like with Fortnite, it's built in such a way that it's silly and the cosmetics
Makes sense.
make sense and make a difference, you know? But like PUBG, ever since the beginning, the cosmetics were like, okay, cool, I have black pants now. All right, I have a
Yeah, like
pink
even
shirt.
even the cosmetics I liked from that
Got a
fucking battle
jumpsuit.
royale crate that they had, like they were like bright yellow and shit. Like just paint a target on my fucking head at that point, you know?
Right.
So it's
The
like
banana suit. The banana jump shoot.
Yeah.
jump shoot.
Jump shoot. Jump and shoot, man.
I'm not the only one that
Jump and
speaks
shoot,
badly.
man.
Yes.
But yeah, I don't know. But speaking of PUBG though, like my friend went over to my place to participate in their PUBG Rivals tournament that a lot of like the big streamers are on, because he was invited by a streamer friend, to be her duo partner, and he actually did really well. They did really well, I want to say, for like a team or for a group that's not like doesn't play PUBG at that level really. They made $2,200 total, so it's like $1,100
nice.
split.
I heard there was like really bad lag during that Twitch Rivals
I mean,
thing.
there might have been. I didn't really see. I mean, you played from your own computer,
Right.
So like, I'm sure like the lag kind of varied depending on like
Yeah.
where the servers were and shit. But yeah, like it was actually kind of cool to see them playing on Sandhawk and stuff, and like it was cool to see like the announcer say my friend's name over and over on the stream and stuff. So that was pretty cool. But like, I gotta say, like that game does not it does not
I don't think it
beckon
has
me in a way.
I don't think it's going to have the lasting power to keep going, really.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, I feel like it'll always have like a decent community,
Sure.
because there is no like milsim style battle royale game just like that, you know?
Yet.
Yeah.
I
Maybe Battlefield 5.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see like what the AAAs do, but for now, I think it'll have maybe it won't always have millions of players, but I could see it having a couple 100,000 for a while, especially because of its popularity in China.
Yeah,
So.
China. But is Fortnite also in China?
I
Has it gone there yet?
I want to say yes, because Epic.
Tencent.
I want to say yes.
Okay, yeah, Tencent has a little bit of control over them.
I want to say yes, or at the very least, Fortnite clones. They are made in China.
I mean, sure, but
Yeah.
China's kind of known for their clones
Fortnite.
of many things.
Their cloning technology is the best.
Fortnite.
But yeah, that's the news. That's the first article.
Well,
And then
cool.
second one, which I think a lot of us are kind of giddy about a little bit, is a new champion was just released, or not released, revealed for Overwatch. His name is Hammond,
He is on the
aka
Zero.
Wrecking Ball. He is a genetically modified hamster that rolls around in a mecha ball that could also be in a quadruped form with machine guns.
It's a tank.
He is a tank.
Is he classified as a tank?
He is a
okay.
tank. He has six. He has almost
600 health.
Yeah, 600 health, 100 of which is armor, just like Reinhardt.
I know that he has like shields which become stronger depending on the amount of enemies around him or something. Like I
Yes,
read
it
like,
increases. So the minimum amount you can have is 100 extra
armor. Is it armor or shield?
health. Or well, it's shield.
So
So
she is
sorry,
a tank.
Armor. It's blue.
Yeah, that's
Sorry.
It actually, I know like a lot of the time we kind of throw these phrases
Yeah.
around willy
No,
nilly,
it's-
but in
it's armor,
Overwatch,
armor.
actually, like they actually make a difference. I know that the abilities like he could roll around and then use like a grappling hook to like propel himself around and shit.
Yeah, so like you can use him like a pendulum,
Mm-hmm.
and you can also like
Well,
you know the
literally a wrecking ball.
Does he
Well-
smash into people?
yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So like you know Hanamura, the bell
Mm-hmm.
that's in the first point.
Mm-hmm.
If you hook onto that and use a ball, you can swing around the bell.
That's hilarious.
It also works off of momentum in general. So if you turn into the ball and go down a hill fast enough, you get momentum, and when you run into somebody, it does damage. Otherwise, you don't.
Does it deal more damage depending on how fast you're going, or
It
is it
deals
like a
no
cap?
damage if you don't have momentum.
Okay.
Yeah. And
The
one of his
momentum
moves
is a standard damage.
One of his
output.
moves speeds him up slightly, I believe. So
Does he
Yes.
deal more damage depending on how much momentum, or is it kind of like a flat amount of damage if you have momentum?
I assume
I
it's,
think it's flat
based
from what I'm
on
looking at.
Flat? Okay.
Yeah, I assume it's flat, but it also has a bit of knockback when you have momentum.
That's cool. I know like quadruped form, he's slower, but he has like those Gatling guns on
Yeah,
the side,
he
right?
basically kind of becomes
Just
like
decent amount.
a bad diva.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm actually pretty excited to see how this character is played. He looks really interesting.
The most interesting thing I think about him is he has a left control ability.
Yeah, he's the first character to have that.
Oh, he doesn't have a crouch?
No.
Where's crouch C?
That's cool.
Yeah.
What is that? Does it turn into the ball?
It does. It
it's
does
the
a
dash thing, right?
He plays
When you hit the ball.
Hamtaro noises.
No, so basically
It does
to
look a lot
use
like
it,
Hamtaro.
you have to be in the air or above
Ground?
the ground.
Pound.
It does a giant ground pound and an area effect
Awesome.
Oh, that's cool.
slam.
That's kind of. You have to be in ball form, I'm guessing.
Probably.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, see, the thing is,
those tiny little hamsters.
if you use the tether, the hook, whatever, you automatically go into the ball form. So you don't.
Oh, that's cool. So I'm like, I guess the only thing I'm worried about is how easily you switch between quadruped and ball form.
It's instantaneous.
It's instantaneous.
I'm
Okay.
excited
you
for
just
like
cancel
his
it.
I guess
for his
it's-
victory emotes.
Dude,
Oh, hell
he
yeah.
has one that copies Divas where she's blowing bubble gum from her mouth on top of the mech. So he has one that's literally like the same as that, but he's a hamster blowing bubble gum and he's doing the peace sign on top of his mech, which I think
Hell
is
yeah.
fantastic.
It's also really sad when you kill him.
Dude, I saw the gif of him dying and then he literally ejects from his mech and just like crumbles onto the ground rolling around.
As this little
Like,
hamster.
yeah, he's this tiny little hamster that just dies and like fucking flops about. I was like, oh my god, this is terrible, but hilarious, but terrible. But yeah, he looks pretty great. I'm excited to see his skins. I would love to see a bowling ball skin. I guess that's too basic though. But
People were asking for a actual hamster ball skin.
oh, that makes
Oh,
sense. too.
man.
That'd
I'm
be
assuming
awesome.
for the winter skin, he would be like a giant snowball. Would that be too easy?
Yeah, no, snowman kind of a
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
or a snow globe, maybe.
Oh,
something
That
like
would be
that.
cool. So a lot of potential there for different skins.
Yeah. Or I just want
Beach
them,
ball.
Or an ornament.
I want
Yeah,
them
yeah.
to,
For summer games,
He could be
beach
an
ball would
ornament.
make sense.
I just want him to work with Valve so that you can make the Space Core his suit.
Nice. That'd be cool. I'm excited. I think he looks like a fun. This is the first character in a while where I'm like, this looks like a fun character to play.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm actually a little
completely
surprised
new mechanics. The
they-
control ability.
Yeah. I'm surprised they released a tank before a defense hero.
Well,
But-
they just reclassified Symmetra as a defense, more or less,
Did they?
right?
I
No,
thought she was still
she's
support.
support.
No, she's
She's still
So she's
support.
always been support. Oh,
Yeah.
because I know that they were talking about making her defense. I wasn't sure if they actually.
She
happened.
definitely is more defense now than she was because she doesn't provide shields to the team in any way, and her teleport is much more limited. But yeah, she's still support for some reason.
Did that patch come out yet for
No.
the new
She-
Metro
it's still
rework?
Maybe
PTR
maybe they
printer.
thought with Brigitte, where she kind of fulfills a defense/support role, like that. They just kind of
She's strictly support.
There's,
and-
there's the one with like the map wide shield, right?
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Wait, is it tall?
It's tall.
No, I don't. I'm joking.
It's tall.
What you guys were talking about before? Yeah. I don't know how that's not defense,
I-
but
I
whatever.
mean, like those titles kind of are like arbitrary anyway because
Right.
Widowmaker's defense, but she's always picked on attack in pro play. So like,
yeah.
whatever.
I always get yelled at when I pick her on attack.
That's because they assume that you're bad. Which, to be fair, I also assume most snipers are bad
But the new
until they
Hanzo
prove
is
them.
much
But
more,
I never ask anyone to switch. I just go like, oh boy, there's a Widowmaker pick. So
Yeah.
Locked in.
yeah.
See, that's when you look at their profile and see they've played Widow for 9,000 hours, and you're like, well, all right, let
Well,
them go.
to be fair, I've played with Widowmakers with like lots of hours, and they were utter shit. So, but I still didn't ask them to switch off. It was just casual.
No,
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
But I did reinstall the game, by the way.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Tony very frequently rage uninstalls games.
I keep telling you, like, I just don't. I don't know if ranked competitive games are for you because like every time you talk about them, you just you make it sound like you want to die. So I'm just trying to like save
Not
your,
Rainbow Six
your
though. I'm
mental health.
actually enjoying ranked in that game.
You're playing ranked in that game?
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm not.
Ranked in that game gives me anxiety.
What about Rocket League?
Rocket League is so
Rocket League.
fun, but
Nice.
I'm not good.
I'm awful.
I'm
I don't know all
awful
these
at all
tricks.
games. So,
I only played casual Rocket League.
yeah.
All right. Well, anyway, what's the next one?
Last bit of news. It's kind of a little fun little thing. So some analytics, some telemetry data came out for
That's a word.
Nintendo Switch info. Apparently, the amount of time played on the Nintendo Switch docked versus undocked is roughly the same.
It's like
Just-
50-50 split.
Yeah, worldwide. So like there are some regions that have more like undocked play, some regions have more docked, but then if you put it all together, it's about 50-50, which I find to be pretty cool.
Yeah.
And obviously this data changes depending on user and game, which is,
Of course.
that makes sense, obviously.
My assumption is Japan is more handheld, whereas the States is more docked.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, like Labo, you have to have it undocked.
Yeah. I mean, well, I'm sure not a ton of that data is coming from Labo users.
I know, but like going off of the games thing.
True.
I mean, just me personally, I think I'm 50-50.
Yeah.
I actually think I'm like 75-25. I play mostly undocked.
Mm.
Yeah. It's because like I'll be chilling doing some tasks on the computer, but then I have my Switch on top of like the stand like in front of me, like next to the keyboard, and I'll just be playing like that because I don't want to have to turn to watch the TV and play while also doing computer stuff. But that's like just like a personal thing.
It's comfy.
I just and also, you know, taking a shit while playing the Switch is like amazing too.
It's the best.
I just really like how flexible it is. Like it really is like a
great.
gimmick that works. So is that even a gimmick? I don't know.
No, it's
it's
just
a feature.
It's just a feature. Yeah.
It's a really great one. Yeah.
Yeah. It's fantastic. So
I love my Switch, man.
So do you guys play mostly docked then?
I think I'm 50-50-ish as well.
50-50?
Just because I go back and forth between me and my girlfriend's place a lot, and then we'll play.
Yeah.
And I also agree with the different games thing.
Okay, I do find myself playing a lot more on my Pro controller over the Joy-Con.
For single
Man,
player
I
games,
want one of those,
yes.
but they're so pricey.
I definitely
$70.
Yeah, so I know what Tony's getting me for his wedding.
Getting you.
They're actually 60 now, I think,
60,
from
okay.
Amazon for
I
the
think
Pro
so.
controller.
I think so.
I want to say that there's a wild.
I actually do have to get you guys something though.
I'm checking. I'm
Get
checking Amazon
some
right now.
Matching dick ring vibrators. Whoa.
Okay, first off, don't do that.
Yeah, it's not
Okay, they don't have to be
necessary.
matching.
Everybody get Prince Alberts.
No.
Oh.
Pass on that as well.
Oh.
No thanks.
My gift to you.
Oh no.
Thanks, Tony. Is there a return receipt for this?
Yeah. If we return it, do you receive the Prince Albert instead?
To the
Will you get like
viewers,
5 Prince Alberts?
$67.
It's gonna look like a fucking flute by the end of
okay.
it.
So it's not.
God.
They're
All right.
$67 on Amazon.
Oh shit! For
Oh,
a
man.
little while, they were $60 though.
The I'm talking about the Switch Pro controller, not
Yeah.
a Prince Albert. To the viewers out there that
I
don't
wonder how
know
much a Prince Albert is. Oof.
how much it costs, I
Yeah.
guess it depends where you go.
Yeah. God, I guess you'd
You
have
probably
want
can't do it at the
I don't-
stand at the mall.
You'd want
or
you
something.
wouldn't want a cheap Prince Albert, right? I
I
guess.
don't know
Probably
if I want
not.
to.
Yeah.
Probably want an
I don't know if we
expensive
want
one.
to answer that question.
I was
God.
gonna explain to the viewers. Just Google it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do it on a incognito tab and make sure you're not at work.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
It's NSFW for sure.
Yep.
All right. I think we're at the end of that segment. Are you
Actually,
guys?
I do have.
Oh, you have news?
You know,
It's a
saying
very
NSFW
I
is
know.
more syllables than saying not safe for work.
I don't care.
Okay.
It's because the W really fucks it over.
Yeah, it really does.
This is a small tidbit,
W.
not really news, but potentially news. So apparently, Jim Carrey is,
Cast?
He's not cast, but he's trying out to play Dr. Robotnik
Auditioning. Oh.
for the Sonic the Hedgehog
Wait,
CGI
is he
movie.
auditioning? I thought he just got it.
I don't think he got it yet. It's
This
not
just
fully
in breaking
announced.
news.
It says Jim Carrey to play Sonic the Hedgehog villain Robotnik.
Yeah,
this
but
is
if you
from
read
Deadline.
the article,
God.
it says he tried out for
See,
it.
it's clickbait.
It's clickbait. Yeah. So he's
Motherfuckers.
This is how
So
Peter gets
audition.
all his news.
he's negotiating to star in it. So he's not officially it yet. But I don't know why they chose literally the worst cartoon version of Robotnik as well. You remember that, like the
From
oldest
the cartoon? Yeah.
You
the
mean
old
you mean Dr.
Sonic?
It's
Eggman?
also a very old picture of Jim
ugh.
Carrey.
Yeah.
It's Dr. Eggman.
I never called him Eggman. I always called him Robotnik.
That's because that's the Japanese, I think. Robotnik is the
American?
English version.
Well, I mean, as an American,
Yeah.
Yeah, Guru.
are you also going to call a Mega Man Rockman?
Yeah, I do all the time.
No,
I
fuck
don't.
yourself.
Not at all.
But yeah, so
This fucking weeb.
Jim Carrey might be Dr. Robotnik, and that might be the saving grace of the Sonic movie.
Really, I
who's
feel like
playing
that would be a
Sonic?
disaster. I would say that is similar to how Mike Myers played
Dr.
Dr.
Evil.
the Cat in the Hat.
Oh, Cat in the Hat.
That movie was rough, but not terrible. It could have been much, much worse.
Well, I mean, a lot of things can be
Well,
much, much worse, and they're still
sure.
terrible.
Doesn't mean it's not terrible.
Like, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
But
It's really
it's
what I
But
meant.
3 out of 10 is still really bad.
Yeah, it's fucking, I'm glad we agree on this.
Who's playing Sonic?
We don't know.
Jason Bateman.
Michael Cera.
Michael Cera.
Terry Crews.
go fast. Oh my, Terry Crews.
Gotta go fast.
I would watch that. I would fucking watch the shit out of a Terry Crews Sonic beating the shit out of Jim Carrey Robotnik.
They got him
Hell
on.
yeah.
They got him on Crackdown.
That is
That
true.
shit's gonna be so awesome.
I gotta say, I was like,
But
I think I already
is
said
he
it,
the
but I
voice,
was like
though?
super cold. I was super like not interested in Crackdown 3 until like they really got Terry Crews into it.
I just want Terry Crews to do the voice of every character in every game, so we have the option to play as Terry Crews.
Let's start it with like Crackdown 3, where literally every character in that game is Terry Crews. I need some help.
Wait, so Left 4 Dead 3, he's coach.
Fuck yeah.
That's pretty good. All right, I think we're done with news for now. Do you guys need to take a break before we continue on? All right, we're gonna
Let's
take a
do it.
break.
Pantalones.
Are we back? Yeah, I think we're back.
I don't know if
We're
we are.
back.
Hello.
With our next segment, games we play. Video games, specifically. Not games you've played with other people's hearts, perhaps.
Yeah.
None of that.
No love triangles.
I don't like those games.
No, none of those games.
Just keep it real, you know.
Yeah, just be direct.
Gotta-
And like you.
Open, honest communication. That's the key to relationships.
There you go.
It
You
really
heard it
is.
here first. I stole math.
Communication is the number one thing in healthy relationships.
It's true.
It's true.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyway.
And if you want a healthy relationship with video games, you should probably play them. I played some games.
No.
Do tell.
I did. Other than R6, which is,
a
my weekly
standard at
staple.
this point.
Yeah. I played some Realm Royale, which is the new battle royale game that just came from Hi-Rez.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
It's very similar to a lot of these battle royale games. You depart from a zeppelin, and there are cities which you can land in that have loot, and you try to kill each other. There's a shrinking zone, but there are some key differences. For example, you start with a specific class. I believe there are 5 or 6.
There are 5 classes.
5 classes. Each class has its own set of abilities that specifically that class can use. Each class also has a class-specific passive, and also each class has a class-specific mobility move ability.
And a class-specific legendary weapon.
Yes, but the weapon is not something that you get right away. So when you kill people in that game, and when you so weapons in that game, items in that game, you pick up armor similar how you were to pick up armor in PUBG, but in this game, the armor just gives you like a armor meter, which will deplete as you take damage. But then you could take armor potions to replenish that armor meter, and then there are also different levels of armor which will give you different amounts of total armor.
Yep.
And same thing with health, but except you just take potions for health. There's a flat amount of health that you have. When you kill enemies or when you disenchant gear, you'll get shards. With those shards, you can basically what they added to this game is also a forge. So forges, you craft things using shards, and they'll give you like a random thing. Typically,
Okay.
or like there's 4 different options, or 6 different options. You could craft
Like a type
healing.
of gun. Oh, okay.
You craft healing or armor potions. You could craft a random legendary weapon. You could craft a random legendary armor piece. You can craft a random legendary
Ability.
skill. Like, because your skills can also come in different rarities too, just changes the effectiveness. And you could also craft just straight up your legendary class weapon. And there's only 1 weapon per class. And in order to get that, you actually need to get 2 gold chickens, which you get by killing enemies. Every enemy that you kill will drop 1 gold chicken, which you pick up. So,
So that's new.
yeah, I believe so. I mean,
Gotcha.
I only
Yeah,
started
I-
playing recently, but
when I was playing it, I didn't see any gold chickens.
You
They turned into a
used
chicken.
to only be able to craft just the legendary weapon,
oh yeah.
and then they removed it and made legendary weapons only show up in chests, and everybody raged and got super mad at them, and so I guess they changed it.
Yeah, I'm like I was playing this a couple days ago, so I think this is the most recent iteration. But yeah, so the thing is, there is a cap for the amount of shards you can carry. Crafting a legendary weapon for your class costs 200 shards, which is your cap, and also 2 gold chickens. So that's kind of the trade-off. So you have to invest everything in order to get that legendary weapon. But overall, it's a pretty cool game. I think it's pretty fun. The whole class system is a really interesting twist. It's like a kind of like a mix between a battle royale game and like a hero shooter.
Yeah, mounts.
Or like
Yeah,
that aspect
there
of
are
it.
mounts
Yeah.
that you summon very similarly to like World of Warcraft or like Heroes of the
Here's
Storm,
the storm.
Or
Yeah.
paladins.
or paladins. Yeah,
paladins,
I mean
yeah.
this is high res we're talking about. So
Yeah.
There's no falling damage.
Oh.
yes, there's no fall damage. So a cool thing
Ooh.
about falling out of the Zeppelin is how you parachute. In this game, you literally just hit the fucking ground with the
Yeah, the
might
hero
of
pose.
with the might of
The
Thor.
hero. The hero pose.
So yeah,
Does remind me of Thor a lot.
the game's pretty fun, but like my main issue is like the shooting in this game does not feel great. Hitboxes are wonky, like they're not accurate for sure. Something about the hit reg overall is just not great.
Yeah, headshots feel almost like it's random.
Yeah, but like when you do
man.
land a hit shot, it does have like a very satisfying sound effect. So I do enjoy that. But like I think once they nailed it, like this is still an alpha. They have it's a completely free to play game. There's nothing you could actually buy yet, but they do have a space for like a battle pass and cosmetics. So I'm gonna guess that most of the cosmetics are gonna come in like your outfits,
Different mount of looks.
yeah,
Yeah.
outfits,
I can see that
weapons,
one.
probably mount looks, and also your chicken. I believe there is actually one cosmetic is the chicken.
There's also new mounts now.
Are there new mounts now?
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, so they had like a little dragon chicken that you could be instead of the regular chicken.
Yeah.
By the way, what is the chicken?
Oh yeah, completely neglected to say
Yeah.
because I'm the worst reviewer of all time. A different mechanic that they add to this game, unlike the other battle royale games, is that when you run out of health, you actually transform into a chicken, which basically you just run around and you have I think like 800 or 900 health. It's like 2 shots.
Yeah.
And you jump around and you basically trying to evade the enemy for about 30 seconds. If you are able to survive for those 30 seconds, you will actually be revived with half health. So yeah,
That's a
you
new thing.
cannot
I
be
like it.
revived by allies though. So there is that trade-off. But I find it to be pretty interesting, but also very frustrating sometimes because they actually do have a decent amount of mobility. So especially when you're in like a heavy firefight, there are times where you're going to knock someone into you're going to chicken someone. But then they escape because you're fighting this other dude, and by the time you get back to that dude, he's actually already rezzed, and he's, drank pots and shit, and he's like back to full. Also, there's no ammo pickups in this game. All weapons there's unlimited ammo. There's just
The clip size.
magazine size. Yeah.
Yeah, I was
So-
curious about that when I was first playing it. Like, how am I supposed to reload my gun?
Yeah. I just
Or-
oh no. I
guess
just
it's
feel
infinite.
like shooting doesn't feel very good in this game, but at the same time, I do watch streamers like Shroud and like Summit and shit. And
You seen Teldo?
I haven't seen Teldo.
That
but
guy is awesome.
They
He's
fucking
really
nail
good.
like every fucking shot midair and shit, and it's
Even
just like
Ninja was playing it recently.
yeah.
I saw.
But yeah, it just makes me feel inadequate in a way that other games can't. So yeah, there's that.
It's a fun game though.
Yeah,
like-
it's a pretty fun game. I think I'm gonna play it here and there. I do just feel like I'm kind of burnt out on the battle royale genre in general.
Yeah.
Like
I like it more than Fortnite.
I went
actually.
back to Fortnite. I still find Fortnite to be okay, but like even that game, I'm kind of done with for now.
You play 3 or 4 games of just getting stomped. You're like, I'm gonna go ahead and do
Yeah.
something else now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, I actually picked up the demo for Octopath Traveler for Switch. I'm not sold on it. I'm about an hour and a half in. I picked the
It's a long demo.
It's 3 hours.
It's 3 hours. So how they're doing
Oh,
it
I
is
need to get that.
basically the game will stop at 3 hours of progress, no matter where you are, and the game's save data will actually transfer over to the main game or the game when you purchase it.
So what if you delete it and reinstall it? Can you play again?
I
start
think
over.
I'm pretty sure it's linked to your account somehow.
Gotcha.
But it might be worth trying. But yeah, I chose the soldier's path. I think it's like Oldeberg or some shit like that. I don't know. He's a soldier, and each class has like one special ability, from my understanding, that's specific to them. Mine is that I could challenge anyone I want to a duel.
Is this an RPG?
It's a
what-
JRPG.
Yeah,
Oh.
Very similar to like Final Fantasy, like the old school Final Fantasies, turn-based, things like that. The battle system's kind of interesting in that it is turn-based, but there is a resource that they give you called Boost, and then you could choose to expend it if you want. And if you do expend it, it'll basically empower your current ability. So let's say you empower like your basic auto attack, it'll make you attack multiple times. If you empower like this ability, for me it was called Abide, and it makes you deal more physical damage. If you empower that, it lasts for more turns. Things like that. So I found that to be pretty interesting. The artwork is amazing. It's beautiful. It's just really slow.
yeah.
And
I chose the cleric path, and man, It takes a while.
Like it took, I think it was like 25 minutes of cutscenes before I was able to actually control my character,
Never mind. I'm not gonna download this.
which is very JRPG and like
yeah, you just have to like JRPG.
it was just really slow. And I just feel like I consider myself a fan of JRPGs, but maybe like I am just getting to this state where I just kind of want the instant gratification of getting into a game and just playing and having fun. This game just felt so fucking slow.
But being an hour or something in, and if you do get it, you don't have to do that again.
That's true, but like if the whole game,
unless you want to play a different character.
But if you do these other paths and they all similarly kind of take a while to like fucking get going because there's 8 paths. There's Octopath. I don't know. I could see myself getting frustrated and just not wanting to play it. But overall, like I think the game mechanics are good. Artwork is beautiful, obviously. It's been a while since I played like a traditional like, JRPG like this, so seeing like my sprite kind of character next to like their full fucking art character of the enemy that I'm fighting, similar to how like old Final Fantasy used to be, is like pretty amusing because like I'm like this tiny little 1-inch dude, while the barbarian king that I'm fighting or something is like literally takes up half the fucking screen.
He's got like a full 7 inches.
Yeah, seriously, he's a big dude with a big axe, or big sword. Yeah, the dialogue just really slow, but like I'm kind of impressed because the game's fully voiced in either English or Japanese, whichever you prefer.
Nice.
So that's pretty cool. I switched over to Japanese real quick because the English dialogue was not doing it for me, man. Maybe I'm just a weeb.
No, I prefer Japanese if it's a Japanese style.
But it's very anime. The story is very anime. Like this knight is basically this dude that worked as like the guard for the king. And then his best friend, who was also a guard for the king, betrayed the kingdom by killing the king. And then like ended up becoming like this vagabond that ended up in this village, and he's like teaching the men how to fight and shit. And then like
all right, so you're gonna have to kill God or become a god.
Well,
they throw around like 50
I don't know
names.
about that, but like the dialogue is very anime. It's like
Right.
I just feel like
big and strong and.
I just feel like every other JRPG is someone's trying to become God, and you either have to kill a god or become a god yourself.
Or both.
Yeah, in order to be a god, have to kill one.
I mean, yeah. Like Final Fantasy JRPGs definitely have like the Deus Ex Machina stuff going on. Like nothing is on like a small scale for sure. This game probably will be similar in that sense. I haven't really seen any fantasy elements yet, per se. Like it's been very kind of just like fantasy.
Can you be a mage and stuff?
No, I don't think any of the roles I've seen were like magic related.
Oh.
Cleric might be the closest to that.
She has a healing ability.
Okay,
That's her magic.
There might be a mage, but like there's like alchemist and thief and like barbarian. Like
there are actually 2 clerics.
I'm sure they have different roles, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna wait on the reviews before like I actually think about getting that game because it's $60.
There's a wizard actually.
Oh, well,
Is there a wizard?
I think there's a wizard type class.
Okay, I just remember going through all. I think there actually is one wizard. Okay.
I forgot.
Okay.
I tried to make a video on it, and again, the audio quality was absolute crap, and so I couldn't post it.
Yeah.
Bummer.
Interesting game. Holding off for now, though. I am kind of looking for a new game, though. So I am kind of eyeing the Mega Man X collection and the Mega Man X2
Is that
collection.
a new game?
It's $40.
It's not new per se, but I did really like those Mega Man games.
Yeah, the X collection's really good.
Yeah.
$40 for X1 and 2.
Yeah, for both. And if you buy it digitally, you can just purchase one at a time, 20 each. So, you know.
There you go.
They're doing the Bayonetta thing.
No,
With that
because
one?
it's just like a straight 20 for either and then 40 for both.
Okay.
Or $40 is what the physical costs.
Okay.
And it comes with both. So yeah, that's pretty much what I played this week.
All right.
Tony?
We're going. Okay. So the main game I played this week was Mario Tennis Aces.
No.
If that wasn't obvious. Yeah, I went through the entire story and played quite a few multiplayer matches.
Were you owning online?
Yes, actually.
Cool. A friend of mine played, and he said he was just getting his ass handed to him.
It goes either way because in this game, I didn't mention it in the review, but there is absolutely no MMR whatsoever.
They're
So-
adding it though.
That would be great because you can be a straight noob and you pair with somebody who's like rank 5 million.
Oh no, wait, they actually added it from my understanding. The most recent
Like,
patch
just recently?
added a ranked mode.
Okay, I think it patched last night.
Or not a ranked mode, but they just add ranks. I think that's the only online mode now. Like it just adds like a rating system to it now.
Gotcha.
Okay,
At least that's what I read from the patch notes.
that sounds about right.
Right.
Okay, that's better. Because yeah, before on release, you could just be paired with someone who's been playing for.
Turbo nerd.
So is it kind of gonna have that fighting game problem where over time, like the casuals kind of just leave, and all that's left is gonna be the super
The
fucking
hardos,
good
the
players?
sweaty boys.
That's kind of always been
Probably,
the case.
yeah.
So.
I mean, like, I think that's kind of why I really liked the RPG Mario Tennis game for GBA. Like, there was no multiplayer in it, but like the story was like super like fleshed out, and it was really enjoyable to play over and over. I don't know if
that was Mario Tennis Super Power Shot.
some Power Tour or something
Power
like
Tour.
that. Something like that.
I don't know. I've always liked Mario Tennis for like playing with friends at like a drinking party,
I mean,
drinking game.
Do you think it's still fun? Is local multiplayer still fun?
I have not tried it, but I would like to. There are a few modes to it. You can just do the regular local, just on the same console. You could do the ad hoc with multiple switches. You can also do what's called swing mode, where you use the Joy-Con as the
So it's
tennis
really
racket.
like Wii tennis kind of.
Yeah, I haven't tried that one, but it seems interesting.
You use it
like it'd be
with
really
the
hard.
Joy-Cons on the
Yeah.
undocked Switch.
You take the Switch and just chuck it or across the. Yeah, no.
That sounds fun.
So yeah, I played that a lot this week, just trying to beat it and get that review out. Excuse me. I played a lot of Rainbow Six Siege as well. Got into that rank mode finally because I got level 20.
Are you ranked
and
yet?
beyond. No, I only played 2 or 3 out of the 10.
Good luck.
Yeah, we've won.
Have fun.
I think I won 2 out of the 3 so
Nice.
far. Just man, Finca.
Think it's real
Playing
good.
that Finca a lot.
Think it's real good.
Finca.
But after playing some in-houses with you, it does show that you don't know all the ins and outs of Finca.
I do now.
What
Okay.
is that
I would say-
in-house?
In-houses are basically when you play a full game with all friends on both teams.
Ah,
Yeah,
I see.
5v5 with
Gotcha.
10 people you know. Yeah.
Cool.
So those are fun. I'll get it. The more I do of those, the better I'm getting. So
Yeah.
Cool.
Also, tidbit, Legion mines will completely get rid of Finca Boost immediately if
That
they step
sucks.
in one. So Legion's a pretty good counter to Finca.
Womp womp.
yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, good to know.
I want to get Legion. I might
Okay.
buy him. I have enough.
Renowned.
Whatever
Renowned.
they're called. No, the other thing.
Siege Bucks?
Yeah,
I just call it Siege Bucks. I have no idea
Siege
what's actually
bucks. I have enough to buy
Riot points.
Money.
somebody. Yeah, right. Points.
Just money. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It has an S on it or something.
Enough
Or an
loonies,
R.
maybe enough toonies.
Yeah, too many loonies. Anyway, that's that for that. I played a little more Third Strike. Just still practicing the
Hell
freaking
yeah.
Online?
inputs. No, I still have not played these online yet because
Is that stick working for you yet?
yeah, again, it's still me because there are times where I can do it like 4, 5, 6 times in a row perfectly, and then I'll go for the 7th time and it just whack. Like I know it's me because I'm like
Because you're able to do it, but
Yeah, 'cause
not
I'm able to do it.
consistently.
yeah.
I think Tony's just in full denial. He just doesn't want to admit his product is faulty.
I really don't think
No,
it's
I'm,
the
I'm,
product.
I'm kidding.
I hope it's not. It's a
I'm-
hori.
I'm kidding,
It's
but
good.
there are times where I bought like things that are kind of expensive, and like I'm just like I kind of know in the back of my head that the product itself is faulty. I'm like, no, man, it's me. It's totally me. Like I'm not using it right, you know? Like I'm totally justifying this purchase. It's fine, okay? It's me.
I
well,
don't know.
he's able to do it 6 out of 7, apparently.
And then
just
And then
Zero.
zero.
out of 30 or whatever. Yeah, it's pretty
Because
bad.
once you fail that one time, you start questioning yourself. You're like, oh shit.
No,
I
it's
just-
true.
I
Like
wanna
I'm
say
doing
there's
it
like a
slow.
little-
Like, is it actually taking my inputs, or am I doing it in a wrong order or something?
Do you have
What's
it display your inputs on screen?
Yes, I put it
Are
in
you
training mode.
seeing where you're doing it wrong?
No, because no matter where I put it, it's gonna show that
Yeah,
swoop
but I
motion,
mean,
regardless of if it's actually taking that input or not correctly,
But if it's
No,
outputting
if
that,
timing-wise.
if
that
it's
means
showing
that-
your inputs.
timing wise.
yeah, it's probably timing.
Okay.
Because like I can just go left, angle, down, angle, right. Hey, that's a full sweep technically, but I did it in like 30
No, I
seconds.
know.
There's just an invisible little goblin standing right next to where it's connected to the switch, and he just disconnects it rapidly as he's
It
doing
may
it.
actually be the controller because I feel I didn't have this problem in Street Fighter 4 using the Xbox one.
I still think you
Fight
should just
stick.
have a independent party try it out themselves. Someone who can
True.
consistently do it themselves.
I'll need somebody that has been playing fighting games a lot.
Get John on that thing.
Yeah. I haven't seen him in so long. All right, so I've also been playing Octopath Traveler. I tried to make a video, like I said. I made like an hour-long video as the cleric, and you cannot hear me talk at all throughout the entire thing.
Well done.
Is that the fault of you or the recording?
Yes.
Oh,
I'm gonna
okay.
do the John Wick.
Why is that the John Wick?
Yeah, it's a Fortnite.
Oh,
It's like a Fortnite emo. I mean, it doesn't even have to do. You don't have
slow
to be
clap.
John Wick. It's just a slow.
You just
clap,
always
but
see the John Wicks doing
the
it.
John Wicks do it after
The golf clap.
you try and kill them, and they turn around, and double pump you in the face, and then they golf clap at you.
I heard double pump is dead.
It's not dead.
It's not dead?
No. But now people prefer double heavy
Makes sense.
shotgun.
all right.
Makes sense.
It's all trash.
Play anything else, Sonny?
I did. I played League of Legends. I actually played ranked.
Was it a fun and memorable experience?
I actually kind of had fun playing Braum, to be honest. He's kind of a fun character.
Well, as long as you had fun.
Yeah,
I
that's
won
good.
2 out of the 10 2 out of the 2 that I played. Sorry, 2 out of the 10. 2 out of the 2 that I played.
I was about to say, and you did not rage a lot? I'm surprised. All right.
That's enough of League.
Okay.
Realm Royale, I did partake.
What's your favorite class?
I kind of liked the the engineer.
Engineer. Why?
The turret thing is kind of cool.
Turret thing's pretty dope.
There's a lot of gameplay stylings you can do with that.
Yeah. What was your favorite class, Peter?
Also the engineer.
Also
because of the
engineer?
shield.
Interesting. I don't like the jump.
Actually, I think the
I
warrior.
don't like the jump either, but I do like that shield. But I also wasn't playing solo.
Gotcha.
So like
the armor regen passive is nice.
quite
though.
nice.
I kind of like the assassin too.
Assassin's dope.
I also really like the legendary weapon for the engineer.
Mm.
So there's that.
I never made it that far.
It's like a grenade launcher kind of a thing, like a plasma launcher.
Speaking of, I don't like the hunter at all.
No,
But I feel like that might just be a
'Cause of
personal
the
preference.
bow?
Yeah, the bow just does not feel good to use.
Oh.
Actually, who's the one that she flies?
That's a mage.
I don't like her. I could not figure out the fly. I was like, as soon as I got in, I was just flying around the room. I didn't realize you could cancel it, and I just died.
Well, that
sounds
I actually
like,
like the wizard or the mage because you just run up, fireball them in the face, do a couple slug gun shots, and then fireball again.
Yeah, I think the assassin is great. Once you have the legendary warp, which is the movement ability, the cooldown I think is 4 seconds.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Wow.
And
Okay.
you can like be outside of a 2-story house and jump and just look at the window and warp in, which I love about it.
Yeah,
You can warp out of windows, which is really nice. And then you have like the
concussion grenade.
I like the invisibility thing.
Oh yeah, that's good too.
Yeah.
Where you just go invisible and it makes you invincible. For a small period of time. I mean, there's the smoke screen,
Like,
which
you can't
actually
shoot
makes
back
you
while you're doing it
invisible,
either.
but
Sure. Yeah.
but you're not invincible. Yeah, you can't do anything. You're basically
there.
It's like
yeah.
a phase.
Yeah, it's a phase. I
It's
really
like
like that
Reaper.
too. Yeah.
His little. I'm
Except
a
he
ghost.
moves though.
Yeah.
You're saying
Reaper?
you just literally stand
Reaper.
there.
When
Oh no, you
press
can move
shift-
around.
Oh, you can move. Okay.
Yeah.
You can't.
Which game is
shoot-
this?
Overwatch.
Overwatch, Reaper.
Oh, for some, I was thinking.
Yeah, it's kind of like the the
I
Reaper
don't know
thing.
why. I was trying to think of a Dota character. I was like, who's Reaper?
All right, sorry Tony, but back to you. Back to your games.
Yeah. So Realm Royale, it's fun. I might like it more than Fortnite.
Okay.
It is nice not having to worry about building.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was like a plane
Yeah,
or something.
freeing, right?
But at the same time, there are times where I'm like, I wish I could just tear this fucking building down.
There is still that kind of building element of sorts with the upgrading and the
Very
That's
different.
Not a.
It's more. That's more crafting than
yeah,
building.
it's crafting.
Yeah, I like that though.
Yeah,
It's fun.
Yeah, I found that people like to camp in those.
and also
Yeah.
like the fucking chimney is like smoking when people are using it.
So you
that's
know
kind
people
of
are
like,
using it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a
that.
beacon.
All right, so that's that. The last game I played
Man, you
was
played some games.
The Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit.
How's that?
What is that?
I heard people like it.
It is a Life is Strange universe
It's like adjacent.
style. Well, apparently, choices you make in this game will affect Life is Strange 2.
Interesting. Cool.
What kind of game is this?
It's kind of like a
Telltale
style story game, like a narrative driven game where you make choices through like mostly like dialogue.
Is it Telltale? Is it made by
It's
Telltale?
not Telltale.
No.
It's
Not at all.
made by
Square
Square
Enix.
Enix.
Oh, cool.
Actually,
cool.
I don't know if it's like a different studio that's published by Square Enix or
Yeah,
what.
Square Enix published it. It's made by crap. It starts with a D.
Starts with the D Studios.
I don't remember,
Yeah.
but they've made all of the Life is Strange ones too, I think.
Gotcha.
But yeah, it's very charming. It's more upbeat than Life is Strange because Life is Strange is very dark.
Mm-hmm.
Like just shit goes down. I mean, in this one, it's kind of sucks. Like, should I say it's been out long enough?
So basically, the original Life is Strange had a mechanic where you could basically travel through time. So it was kind of like supernatural in that sense.
Okay.
And then they came out with like a prequel for that game where there was no time travel mechanic, but it was still a very dialogue choice kind of heavy adventure style game.
Gotcha. Cool.
And then this game has like a completely new cast of characters that's focused more around a kid and his single dad.
So
And-
Heavy Rain.
Well,
Jason!
not as grim for now, but like like the trailer really showed, like the kid is like doing like scenarios using his imagination, but you kind of see things the way he sees things.
Okay.
Yeah, like I
So-
could say one of the things that you fight is the water eater, which is the water heater.
Oh, I see. That's cute.
And
Do you blow up the water heater?
he's too afraid to go into the dark room without his cape on. So you have to go
Pajama Sam.
put on your super cape. You go in and defeat the water eater. It's cool though. It's all black.
Uh-huh.
And there's this giant like purple tornado thing with eyes that's growling and stuff. And you walk into this dark, just complete wasteland. It's just darkness, and all you see is the purple
It's just
thing.
the
Yeah.
imagination.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, and you walk into
sounds
that,
cool.
and then you tame the water eater, and then it cuts to him just like turning on the heat on the water heater. He's like, "Yes, I did it."
Oh, that's cool.
Like it's that kind of stuff. That's what I mean by it. That
Okay.
has that
It's
more
charming.
lighter, charming.
Yeah,
feel,
yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
I like that.
I did a
Is this on PC?
Yeah, and
it
it's
is,
actually
and
free.
Xbox,
It's free.
Yeah.
and Xbox and PS4 for
It's
free.
Just like a short, like couple hour thing, right?
I believe so. I haven't gotten far enough.
What's it called again?
The Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit.
All right. This one I might actually download.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's free. Why
There's a
not?
quick look of it on our site.
I will check it out.
There you go.
What is the site again?
CSDcast.com.
# shameless plug.
Yep,
That's
always. I mean,
I-
this is our show, so we
I
can
mean-
plug our own stuff.
yeah. Like if you were plugging something of yours
Oh, yeah.
that was not
Hashtag
CSTcast.
cocaine. I mean, what?
Hashtag this is our podcast.
She don't
so
like,
we'll
she
plug
don't
when we
like.
want.
All right, that
Hashtag
is
black tar
pretty much
heroin.
what I have played.
Pretty much.
I'm just gonna
that's
cut
a
all
good
this
number
out.
of
That's a
things.
lot of fucking games, but nice.
Okay.
Nice work,
Well,
Tony.
it's also kind of been 2 weeks since we talked about games.
Oh,
So
true.
Some of
yeah,
us
you guys did
overlapped a little
E3
bit.
thing.
Yeah.
All right, let me just talk about all the gotcha games I've been playing on mobile. Anyway, Matt, what have you been
man.
playing this
Well,
week?
if we're going into that, I've been playing
No, stop.
Disney Emoji Blitz on my phone.
What
I'm
about
so sorry.
Quasi Cupcakes? Have you been playing that?
Crazy cupcakes.
I think that's
Captain
like
Holt.
I think that's one of my favorite like character kind of breaks of Captain Holt. Like he's a man who's like very in control of his life until Quasi Cupcakes.
Yeah. This is a Brooklyn Nine-Nine reference, in case anybody
Yes.
doesn't
Yeah.
catch that.
All right, Matt, what you been
It's all
playing?
Gina's fault. Go on.
Can I go?
Yes, you can.
All right, Jake, what have you been?
So I've played exactly 2 games.
Oh shit!
Damn.
2.
Count
But
up.
I've been busy.
Yes, you have.
So
Real
one of
estate
them-
isn't a game.
I mean, no, it's not. I'm
Okay.
sorry. It's
Isn't
not
that
one
like
of
a
the
real
ones.
estate tycoon or something?
That's SimCity is what I know.
Oh,
Isn't
there you go.
Monopoly kind of a real estate game?
That's a board game. I mean, if we were going to go into board games, I've played a lot of
technically,
games.
Monopoly is also a video game available on Switch.
And
Oh, dear.
Super Nintendo.
It's
Yep.
true. But I did not play those because Monopoly is a piece of garbage
It's a great
that
game.
you should never play
It's a pretty good game.
because it's garbage.
Yeah, Monopoly sucks.
I bought a property
Anyways,
once. Okay.
so the first game I've been playing out of 2 is Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze.
Oh shit!
Hey, back to that.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, I beat God of War, so I needed to go back to something else.
God
so
of Tropical Freeze.
Do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do.
But yes, I've been playing that. I made it past the. I think I'm on World 4 now.
How many worlds
I
are there
made
again?
6. Yeah. So I beat the Savannah Plains kind of place that
That
Tony
one was
was
cool.
talking about a while ago. That one was
the
cool.
animated.
Yeah, very
background.
much a lot of moving parts in that world. But I'm not using Funky Kong like someone did the first playthrough.
I wanted to see what it was because it's
Yeah,
new.
no, it's fine. I will say that it feels like the game you kind of rely on some of the other Kongs a bit more than you should to get some stuff. Like there are definitely, like you've mentioned, some pieces that like are just like in a bed of spikes,
Mm-hmm.
and you need Cranky Kong to get that, or like something that's on a platform that's farther away than Donkey Kong could jump on his own, even with a roll dodge jump thing.
Yeah.
And
That's kind of
you
lame.
need Dixie Kong to get that one.
So like you can't really complete a level in one pass through. You have to
Not
come back with a different
always.
character.
Yeah, I mean, fortunately, they put them typically pretty close to where those are, so it hasn't been too much of an issue.
You have to buy the barrels too, right?
No, I just find them in the levels.
Oh.
I see.
Yeah,
You
Gotcha.
can buy the barrels.
You can
At
buy
shops.
them if you want to start the level with somebody, but I haven't needed to yet.
It's good.
But yeah, like at some points I'll like lose the character, and then like all of a sudden I'll see something. I'm like, that's what I need them for, right? And so I'll just go kill myself and then get the character back, and then
He means in
go
the
and
game.
get it.
Yeah.
No, like kill yourself in the game, you kill yourself in real life.
What movie is that?
Many.
Inception.
That's the dream. First
Sword Art
off.
Online.
Oh yeah, that and it's anime. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
It's like a scene from Freddy Krueger too, I think.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
In the Spy Kids movie where they're in the video game.
Yeah.
Yes, that
Spy
one.
Kids
Also.
Yeah,
3D.
Freddy Krueger. That
it's-
guy is like falls into a trap and is impaled in the video game that Freddy Krueger is playing, but he dies in real life.
Right. Or
So
the
it's-
Matrix.
It's been done a few times,
Sword Art Online though.
but yeah, Donkey Kong Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze is the first
Yes,
one,
you have.
and the second one is something we've heard of before. It's Rainbow Six Siege.
Woo! All right.
That's right.
Sorry.
Peaked there a little bit, I could tell.
Holy shit.
Sorry.
So
Compressor will fix
so
that.
far, I like Montaigne the most, just because I'm not the best sharpshooter.
Oh, Montaigne is so good. He's
What-
one of my top played.
What are his
characters.
abilities?
Matt's actually he's gotten our
I'm-
teammates some kills.
Well, because like I'm good at gathering information, but I can't like twitch shoot. That's the problem that I have.
Montaigne has an extendable shield that covers his entire front side.
Oh yeah.
So I could just walk into a door, and then I see people shooting at me, and then I turn and ping them, and then just walk away, and then my teammate will just as I back away, just shoot in that direction and kill a guy.
Interesting.
He's also very useful for. This is a very popular strat where at the bomb sites, the main entrance to the bomb
It's
site
one
is
door.
directly through a door. You just smoke off the entrance, put Montaigne in front so he takes all the gunfire, and then you plant behind him.
Mm-hmm.
There are some counters to him, specifically smoke, but yeah.
Yeah.
Smoke is not that common when I've been playing Montaigne. I think one person caught on that I was only playing Montaigne and picked Smoke, but then I just walk
You're
away.
a Glaz or something.
You know what I found interesting is that I have Rainbow Six Siege on my Steam list
Mhm.
or whatever, and it keeps telling me because the summer sales right now, like it's like when I go to my wish list and filter by on sale, that one's in there, but it's not.
Like your wish list.
Yeah, it's not on sale. Like I
Oh,
filter by discounted.
Oh, it's because
There's different
it's showing you
versions.
the
Maybe like
cheapest version
the-
of that game.
Maybe the deluxe version is discounted,
Yeah.
but like the
It
one
has-
I have in my thing isn't.
It has 5 different versions, and the cheapest one, the starter edition,
$15
They don't
one.
typically discount that one.
Right.
But the one that I normally suggest people to get, which is the standard edition, is currently $20 as opposed to $40.
Yeah, so discounts on some versions, not
It's only
others.
$5 more in the starter pack.
Yep, totally worth
So
it.
I think what I'm gonna be doing in Rainbow Six Siege is just information characters. So like Pulse, like Montaigne, characters. Like I remember I was playing Pulse this one time, and I think there was one person that was like sitting behind me. I see that they're on the other side of the wall, so I just get out my gun, just quickly popcorn, shoot him in the head, and turn around and leave. It's really fun.
Yeah.
Felt real good.
It's good. You should try playing Tokebi.
I don't have Tokebi. I don't think.
If you do get her, if you So her abilities,
Yeah.
Oh, she
makes
cl-
the phone shake and all that stuff.
but also if you kill an enemy. Sorry, my microphone sunk a little. If you kill an enemy, they will drop a phone, right?
Yeah.
And you could hack the phone, and you'll gain access to enemy cameras.
See, it's the killing enemies thing that's.
No. So if an ally kills an enemy too, you can still hack the phone.
Okay. All right. But yeah, information gathering people in Rainbow Six.
What's another one? IQ, I guess, sort of. Information
Yeah,
gathering.
IQ is information gathering for sure.
In a way.
Yeah.
I like more knowing where the enemy is so that I can tell other people where
To
they
be
are.
fair, funny thing is IQ is kind of a counter to Pulse because when Pulse has its gadget out,
You can
IQ
see
could
where
actually
he
see the
is.
gadget. So I've actually killed people that are using the gadget just by shooting through the wall. So and they're always
Well,
like,
see, I stand by 2 enforced walls and just pulse around that typically.
Yeah. That's what I do. If you see my
Yeah, you're just like
recaps.
I also love using a C4 on him because if they're above you and you see them, you just toss the C4 onto the ceiling and blow it up and it kills them from beneath. It's great.
Okay.
Especially when they have a fuse on the other team. Just like fucking just throw it because they're usually planting the shit down. And you're just like, oh yeah, I got you. So yeah, it's good.
And this is not game related, but I've mentioned it a couple times before, and I finally watched the live action version of Death Note.
Oh god,
I did not watch the whole thing. I couldn't do it.
I couldn't do it either.
But you saw the screaming scene.
Oh my god,
It's the greatest.
it's embarrassing.
It's so good though.
It's like the concept behind making a live action movie of the series. First off, is not great, and it could have been done so much better. And I feel like William Dafoe is perfect for the character he was set for.
Willem.
Willem.
Okay.
Mr. Dafoe was perfect for the character he was set, but everyone else was wrong. They were just wrong.
It's bad.
First off,
Yep, an emo
the
white
show
boy.
is in Japan.
Yeah, if we were to go over all the fucking critical differences between the manga and the movie, we would be here for a long time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, we
Longer than we already had. So,
But yeah, so that movie is garbage.
did you notice that movie is like exceptionally gory too? Like it's really
yeah.
fucking gory.
Yeah, it's extremely gory.
Like
Yeah,
compared to
anime
the
was.
source material.
The anime kind of was
No, it
sometimes.
wasn't.
not
No,
near,
maybe the
no,
final
because they
scene.
were all heart attacks.
No,
in the
they were
anime.
all
Oh yeah, that's
heart-
right. They're all heart attacks.
The
What
first
is
guy
this?
literally.
What the fuck are you remembering?
I don't know.
Do you know the anime Death Note?
No. Okay.
Okay.
I just misheard the
Oh,
title.
okay, yeah, because they made a live action version of an anime, and it's
It was bad.
garbage.
And not only was it live action, it was an American live action.
Fun.
Yeah, they've done that with a couple now.
Yeah, like Dot Hack.
Full
or-
Metal Alchemist, also, I
There's
think.
Dot Hack live action.
Or who's the one with Scarlett Johansson? What's that one?
mean Ghost in the Shell?
Ghost in the Shell. Yeah, yeah. I get those confused for some reason.
But that's an actual movie that came out in theaters.
right.
These is straight to Netflix releases, like Death Note and Full Metal Alchemist.
But still very similar. In what they did.
I
To
understand what you're saying.
you
Yeah.
mean
But
in
then-
just how it was cast,
it. Yeah.
Well,
not in the how the
you
source
know,
material was. interpreted.
Avatar, the movie was basically a live action version of Naruto.
Yeah,
So
agreed. I think the Last Airbender was
Yeah.
possibly the best thing to ever happen in terms of live action adaptations of the source material.
oh
right,
no,
guys?
I meant Avatar, the one with the blue people.
Oh,
yeah,
got
that
it.
was Naruto for
It's
sure.
totally
Jake
Naruto.
Sully or whatever his name was.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, movie's garbage. Don't recommend it for anybody except for that one scene.
For a good laugh.
That's about it.
Yep.
All right. And on to you, Jake.
All right. I played some weird games this week, guys.
I'm ready.
I got
Give
an
it to me.
interesting list. So I burned down on Fortnite. I was going.
You just played it too
It
much.
was about time.
Yeah. I just got kind of tired of it. I was happy when they nerfed the pumps. Remember that was the last time I was on here. I was,
Beta of your
bitching,
existence.
I
Yeah.
was bitching about the pumps, and like the literal next day they nerfed them.
They heard the podcast.
Yeah, they did. I was pumped about that, but then
You were pumped about the pumps.
about them nerfing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I just got tired of the game, I think. Yeah.
Happens.
Nice.
You know, it's not the game. I think it's the battle royale genre I'm getting tired of. The ratio of like fun to waiting is too low, or the ratio of waiting to actually having fun is just way too high.
Yeah.
Cuz like I don't know, having to go back to the main screen, re-queue up, wait in the lobby, drop out of the plane, just to get into like one fight is like, or however many fights. And then even if you win like the beginning fights, then you're running for like a few minutes and hoping to run into someone so you can get into more fights, you know? It's just too much. I mean, that was the reason I switched from PUBG to Fortnite, was because it was like Fortnite had less waiting. But I think I'm just overall just tired of it.
I really do think that there's kind of like a chasing the dragon sort of situation with that game where like the first win you get is just like feels so fucking good.
Yeah.
But every win after that won't really compare to that first win. You know?
Like
So-
I got a win last week and it was like, yeah, all right, I'm still going to play something else.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, cool. We won. Anyways, so I used to play a shit ton of Rocket League on PC, and my cousin was in town, and I forgot I had Rocket League on the PlayStation 4, but never actually played it. So I popped on there real quick, and it put me at rookie because that's like what you start off on. So I played like one casual game and won 12-0. It was duos, like or doubles or whatever, duos. 12-0. I had all 12 goals, and like. I was like, oh, this is bad. So I went into ranked and played all my ranked games, 10 ranked games. I won them all. I got put one rank just below like the top rank, like Diamond 3 or whatever it is, just below Champion 1. And I was like, oh, fuck yeah. So I kind of hopped back on Rocket League for a little bit last week. It's still just such a solid game. $20. I have like probably over 900 hours now into it at this point, and it's just like,
The base mechanics haven't changed at all, right?
no, I mean the skill ceiling keeps getting higher and higher because people keep figuring out new shit. But like the game is just so solid. There's always like almost 100,000 people online at any given time.
And you don't even need that many people to start a game, right?
You can have as little as 2.
Yeah, you can do
I'd be down to fool around with that game again.
1v1s,
we'll fool
duos,
around.
3v3s. Yeah, I fucking love that game, man.
It's got sexual.
And the games
Hey,
are
real
short,
quick, hey.
you know?
We're talking about soccer cars here.
Yeah, the games are short. The timer's 5 minutes. Check it out. If you miss a goal, it's okay. You're still in the game. You could try shooting again. You don't get kicked back to the main menu and have to start over.
I still like the strategy my friend took where he would literally only try to kill the other cars.
Only blow people up.
And that's it.
Yeah.
He didn't make any goals, but he blew up many cars.
Mm-hmm.
He got like 1,000 points once from just blowing up cars. It was like, but it's like 10 a car. How did you do that?
So I picked up Mario vs. Rabbids, that game on the Switch. I like
Mario
it.
plus rabbits.
Yeah, whatever
I
it
don't know
is.
what it is.
Mario Rabbids. The story is kind of wonky, and
yeah.
but you know, whatever. I don't like that between combats, you're the little robot and not Mario. You know?
Oh, yeah, Uncle.
Meebo or something.
Me-
no, Uncle Meebo is something else.
Beepo
That's-
or whatever.
Sorry, yeah, Beepo. That's it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird that like there's like this awesome like XCOM kind of combat that's like difficult and challenging and like fun, and then between the combats you're just like running over coins, and it feels like that part's like for children, but then the combat, I guess there's an easy mode for all the combat, but I don't know, kind of weird, kind of a wonky game. Pretty fun. When I saw those little blocks that you could push, and I was like, you can't do that yet. And I'm like, fuck, I have to come back. It's actually not that bad because when you come back, there's like cannons that just shoot you straight to it. And you actually end up finding more of the world. And then there's like extra fights and stuff like that too. So I like that. But feels real bad when you don't get a perfect fight. So of course I
Start over.
well, you have to do it like still within the combat. You basically have to start over. So I've definitely done a lot of fights where I'm like, nope, this one's not going to work, and then I just started over. That's kind of frustrating. But
Yeah, you have to get a certain
none of your
stars.
characters can get knocked out. So there's that, and you have to do it within a certain amount of turns, and you don't know how many turns that is. So if it starts to feel like I think I took an extra turn here that I didn't need to do on accident, or I feel like this one's going a little too slow, and I started over. But yeah, that's kind of fun. Pretty neat game. I've only played it docked, in case Nintendo wanted to know.
Nintendo already knows, trust me.
You could definitely play that one not docked though.
I have.
Fun, cute little game. It was on sale, which is why I bought it. It was half off, so I got it for $30. Definitely not worth $60, in my opinion.
Womp, womp.
I like that there's
I
Mario
will
music
not speak
in it.
of this game or what happened.
I like that there's the Mario music is in it, and I like the music in it. The writing is really cheesy. Like, there's like these weird kind of adult-like jokes that are just written in, and
Also, the Mario music is kind of in it.
it is kind of
like-
in it.
It's a Ubisoft version of Microsoft.
Yeah,
It's a
I
remix
like
of
it. I don't
Microsoft.
think it's bad.
Of Nintendo.
I mean, I think the music is one of the better parts of that game.
Yeah, the composer they got is well known in the industry.
Oh,
for
yeah?
making awesome things like that.
Nice.
Yeah. I forgot his name, of course.
Yeah. Well, it's all good. Anyway, so that shit was dope.
Zimmerman.
Hans.
All right,
I don't know
and
who that is.
big surprise. I got back. I paid for a month of WoW. I hopped back on the WoW train.
God.
Because I was doing that Amish challenge, and we realized that starter accounts can't trade.
Oh shit.
Also, starter accounts can't even invite people to their party. So, like, when we first started it, one of our friends just paid for a month of WoW, and he started the party every time. But then we got more into it, and then we started crafting, and then we realized we couldn't trade with each other.
Oh God.
So, the Amish RP, that was me and two other friends. And one of the other dudes has been out of town the last week, so me and the one friend who's still in town, we've been doing something kind of different. It's we noticed that, like, there's always those vendors that just sell like that trash gear. That's like, who the fuck ever buys that trash gear?
Yeah.
It's a capitalist consumer RP where we only equip items that you can buy from vendors. So every time we reach a new town, we immediately, if we can even afford it, purchase all of the gear from the vendors that we can, which is actually kind of fun because the gear always matches. Like, it always has like a cool look.
Like a theme.
Yeah, and you never really see that from, like, you get all this hodgepodge quest loot and you end up looking kind of stupid.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. So that's been kind of fun. Really silly. But
It seems really fun though,
Venture
honestly.
capitalist.
What level are you?
19.
And how long did it take to get to level 19?
I don't know. I could check my playtime. I think we played 3 or 4 nights, probably like an hour or 2 each night.
That's not bad at all.
No, that's really quick. in
The
beginning.
Amish RP, I think, would probably take longer. This way, we're at least allowed to, like,
Progress.
but yeah, buy gear a little bit. I don't know. There's a lot of new shit in WoW that I didn't know about, like the whole, like, things actually scale up. So now you could get from 1 to 100 just by killing the boars in Goldshire, like they did in
Yeah, you could actually just farm one area.
like they did in South Park. That'd be hilarious. So that's been kind of fun. I was actually streaming it the other day.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Yeah, I saw some of that.
Yeah, Tony hopped on the stream, but I don't actually have like the stream open or know how to even read the chat. So I don't know. Tony was just like typing to me in Discord as I'm saying things, and it was like 2-minute delayed. It felt like, so that was kind of funny.
Streaming's hard.
Yeah, I mean, I was just doing it just for funsies because I have a NVIDIA card that can stream. It doesn't actually affect performance. That's kind of neat. All right, so then here come the wacky games. So I got this game called Slay the Spire.
Yes.
Have you played it?
Yeah, I love that game.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
Peter
neat.
talked about it at quite a few podcasts.
Yeah, I got it on sale because it's on the Steam sale, and I've been eyeing it for a while. I don't know if it was worth the money. I mean, I only paid $10 for it. Something about roguelikes don't really sit that well with me because it's like, eventually it's like, what's the point, you know? But I've really been liking this one. It's a roguelike, but it's like a card game, kind of like Hearthstone or something. But so you get all these cards, and you know, cards have like attacks and buffs and defense and shit like that, and you have like a certain amount of energy, just like any other one of those kinds of card games. Yeah, it's really fun. All the characters are like, I've yet to like I've yet to have like a combat that felt like I've already done this or I've already played against this guy. Which is kind of cool. Like, I feel like there's a lot of variability in like the different enemies, and yeah, pretty neat little game.
Actually, I bought it today as well.
Oh, you
On
did?
the Steam sale.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like the random events
Haven't
that
played it.
that occur
Yeah.
between combats too, where you could kind of like like I like that there isn't just combat. You know.
Yeah. Me too. Yeah.
It's kind of like Oregon Trail in a way. You know.
Yeah,
So-
and like upgrading your cards feels really good.
Mhm.
Like really good. Sometimes you get a card and the upgrade is like, whoa, that's a strong ass card. That shit's dope. So yeah, it's been pretty fun.
I don't know what I'm doing.
I don't know what you're doing either. All right. The last two. These ones have been interesting. So I picked up Hacknet because I heard Tony talking about Hacknet.
It's fun.
And I remember back in the day, I played some other, like, you know, quote unquote hacking simulator kind of game. I forgot what it's called. But I remember hearing about Hacknet, and I saw it was on sale on Steam for like less than $1. So I was like, oh, I'll pick this thing up. Really fun game. I ended up beating it in a night because I stayed up till like 5 in the morning.
Nice.
Really, really fun. Like, it surprised me. It's got like a Unix-like shell in it. Unfortunately, there are a couple things you actually have to click on, which kind of irked me a little bit. Like the mail, you have to click on it, and they're like.
So there was like a GUI.
Yeah, there's a GUI, which was kind of a bummer because
Yeah, you wouldn't really have that.
if I'm using a shell, yeah, and you know it doesn't have certain things like Control C wouldn't clear the line that you're on, which. You know, it's like, so like,
it's like little things only
small
real
quality
coders would
of
know.
life
Yeah.
Yeah,
stuff.
terminal stuff is ingrained in us.
Right, and like paths were a little weird. So,
Oh, really?
so if I was trying to move something to a previous, like out of the
Out
current
of the current
directory
one? Uh-huh.
into another directory,
Usually
it wouldn't
it's
work.
Dot, right? But
And then yeah, but sometimes that wouldn't work. So I'd have to move it out of the directory I was in, and then move back a directory and move it into the folder I wanted. And yeah, certain things were weird. Like SSH wasn't a command; it was just connect. So like, there were some things that were just a little wonky like that. But I really liked it. There were like a lot of cool little Easter eggs that I ended up running into throughout the game, which was really cool. And
Like Easter eggs that only coders would know? Or
no, it was just like because there's so much shit to look at. Like a lot of times you really only need like your mission is only like grab this one file off a computer. But if you're curious and dig around. Like I found a lot of really funny stuff. Like there was a really funny movie script that I found in somebody's mail account that it's called like Out of Fucks to Give or something like that. Really funny. And there was like a file that someone wrote that was like like a video game that they were planning. It was like Virtual Secretary Simulator 2018 or something like that.
fuck yeah.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. But then also at the end of the game, you know, you get this message from the dude who made it, like, hey, you know, I have a expansion out, like you might want to check it out if you're looking to play more. Also, there's like another path that you could find if you play again and if you're like very aggressive. So I downloaded the expansion and started over a new thing, and that's when this other game caught my eye. It's called Hack Mud, which is this one is purely like just a shell, but it's not a Unix shell. It's the whole game's written in JavaScript.
Okay.
So Mud is like multi-user domain. So this game's really, really weird. So you start off in a virtual LAN, and basically what you are is like an AI sentience, and you're trying to break out of this virtual LAN and get into the real game. So like the whole tutorial is like this whole NPC thing where you're like, everything's written in JavaScript, like I said. So there's like all these different scripts you can run, and scripts have like different security levels, and you don't know what's in them. So you could actually end up running a script that sends all your money to somebody else or whatever. And there's a lot of really cool like little puzzles, like riddles and puzzles that you have to solve in order to like move on. So it's kind of difficult to explain what this is, but you're in this command line shell, and you're the sentience trying to break out of this VLAN. That's the whole tutorial. The tutorial took me like 3 hours. I finally broke out of it yesterday. So what this game is there's a bunch of people playing, and everyone can just write any script they want, and basically what you're trying to do is trick other people into like
running yours.
running your scripts or joining you like a corporation to like try and like steal money from other players or steal other people's upgrades, and it's like the wild west. Like you're just people write these like super elaborate things that look like official tutorials, or like official things, like, you know, kind of like cool software suites that they can add on to their arsenal of stuff, but really like behind the scenes it's chipping away a little bit of money out of like everyone in their corporation, sending it to you. Really weird game. I'd have to I feel like I'm way in over my head. Like I don't really know what's going on still in the game. But the tutorial alone was like super fun and rewarding, and like lots of puzzles, and like it really makes you think. So I'm excited to see what the rest of the game is. I don't know. I've looked on like the subreddit, and like everyone who's like a total nub is like very confused, but everyone's like, dude, the community's great. Just like hop in. And like I said, everything's written in JavaScript, so I'm pretty sure there's like actual scripting going on at some point pretty soon, which I'm excited to get my hands dirty and start stealing some noobs' money, you know?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds like a game. It sounds really interesting, but I bet if I were to try and play the game myself, I would just be like, what the fuck is this? Especially like since it's like all in a JavaScript shell, right? Like
It's like I mean, it's this like visual representation of like a command line shell.
Yeah.
I mean, you have a little scratch pad where you can actually type, you know, notes or whatever.
but it wouldn't look like a video game, right? If you were to just look at it like from a cursory glance.
Yeah, not really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look like you're working.
On a command line.
Sort
right?
of. I mean, the colors make it look better than like
An actual command line, yeah.
yeah, to some extent. And like, you know, but like even things like adjusting the volume or like changing like the effects on the font, like that's like you have to run a script like a GUI.volume script with like parameters of like your background music volume and your sound effects volume.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
it's
is-
like very in theme.
Yeah, this is a game for coders, really.
Yeah. It's pretty neat. I'm excited to see
Programmers.
see what happens in the future, but
To use a more PC.
But like I said, the tutorial, you definitely don't need to know like any programming, and I don't think you really need to know. It's just more like, I think, for like script kiddies, like you don't really need to have like a full grasp of like, you don't have to know like object oriented programming or anything like that. It's just like, yeah, I know, me too. But like I said, the whole tutorial is just like really cool puzzles. It just makes you think. It's not really like a tech thing. Like you don't need to know JavaScript in order to play the game.
Like as long as you understand the set of rules they basically set for the game.
And I think even moving forward, you don't really need to know it, but I think it probably makes a lot of people want to learn it.
That's cool.
Does that make sense?
That's cool. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So that's it. Those are the games I played.
All right.
Nice.
That's good. It's the end of our segment.
It is.
Yeah.
Show you the end of my segment.
Ooh.
Did you?
It's quite the pickup line. All right, that's a good segment you got there. Nice look at that.
It's a
Lots of
beautiful
games.
segment.
Nicely shaped.
Thank you.
Kind of firm too.
Thank you.
Is it? Anyway.
Well, touch it. Here, touch it.
Oh,
touch it.
Ow,
Ow, not like that.
I'm sorry. I cut my nails though.
Yeah.
Well,
It was just
anyway.
a little too hard.
Yeah.
Be gentle, Peter.
Come on, man.
I don't have a lot of finesse. I'm not,
How do you get those calluses on your finger? That's from Rainbow Six?
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just say there's calluses on my segment as well. Anyway,
Oh,
Oh,
damn.
God.
Jake,
We'll
once
leave
again,
that for another time, too.
thank you so much for dropping by. Really
Absolutely.
appreciate it. It's always a
Thanks
pleasure
for
for you to
having
be
me.
here.
It's fun.
Matthew and Tony, God, fuck you guys. Why are you still here?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I mean, we're just guests, apparently.
Yeah.
so-
In your own home.
Yeah.
we're all guests. But yeah, that was another episode of the Control Salt Delete podcast. Thank you for dropping by. If you guys have any questions for us, go ahead and contact us at
Email at csdcast.com.
Do you just let him say it because you keep forgetting what it is?
No, I just really like his voice when he says it. Okay, calm down.
Say it one more time.
Email at csdcast.com.
It's a good sounding email.
And be sure to check out our website.
csdcast.com.
Yeah, that's it.
We try to
It's easy.
update.
Is that a HTTP or a HTTPS?
HTTPS.
Just type it in your browser. We'll finish it for you.
Is this a
It's fine.
CD plus
It is-
R
it
or
is
minus
secure
R?
browsing, probably
it's
TLS.
Minus R.
It's probably TLS 2.0.
I don't know what any of that means. I obviously need
TLS
to purchase a
1.2.
copy of Hackmud, but
It should not be TLS 1 point anything because that's gone.
All right, we're done. We're out of here. Good night, guys. Thank you so much for dropping by. Peace out.
See ya.